And a good evening, everyone. Welcome to our coverage here tonight of high school football action. It is a Section 8 AA matchup between the Crookston Pirates in town to take on the Hawley Nuggets here this evening on yourliveevent.com, powered by Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. From Dale Scholarwood Athletic Complex, game number 3 of 8 in the regular season for these two teams. The Crookston Pirates looking for their first victory of the 2022 season, as the Hawley Nuggets trying to avenge a big loss last week to Osakis. That's one of the losses for Crookston as well here this season. Their other loss last week to Barnesville, also a section opponent, got shut out in that one 28-0. A loss to Osakis to kick off the year 35-13. A similar score for the Nuggets last week when they lost 35-6 to Osakis and started out the year in a commanding win on their home field, game number 1 with that victory over Pillager 42-6. Should be a good one tonight. Welcome to our pregame show. Kurt Fillion with the broadcast call tonight. I'll be alongside Nathan Stoa once again to bring you the coverage on yourliveevent.com. The Hawley Nuggets hosting the Crookston Pirates live with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and Halstead Telephone Company. We'll take a break. We'll come back with some pregame coaches' comments. Head coach of the Nuggets, Peter Natz, will join us when we return on our pregame show right after this.
Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. They have the full line of Fendt, Massey Ferguson, and Challenger tractors. They have high-capacity Claas combines. They are your new Brandt dealer. Visit with them for augers, grain carts, heavy harrows, and Brandt's new vertical tillage. Ziegler Ag Equipment has Bourgault chisel plows, and they are your Amity beet equipment dealer. They have on the lot a new Wilrich 51-foot chisel plow. Call 218-784-2961. Talk with Chuck or Neil for pricing. Ziegler Ag Equipment, 218-784-2961.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Hi, this is Steve Dalen from Piper's Auction and Realty. Summer has come and gone, and the 2022 harvest season is now with us. Like the change of seasons, farmland sale prices change as well. We believe after a 2-year rise in land prices, we are now at a peak price level. If you have been thinking of a farmland sale, now is the time to act. For help with your sale, call me, Steve Dalen, at 701-893-8517.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together on an investment strategy for long-term results. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Start by giving me a call at 701-893-5648. I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Welcome back to our pregame show as the Hawley Nuggets get set to do battle with the Crookston Pirates tonight in a Section 8 AA matchup. One of 2 section matchups for the Hawley Nuggets will be here tonight. Their other section match will be the last game of the year when they travel to Barnesville to take on the Trojans. As promised, head coach of the Hawley Nuggets, Peter Nats, had a chance to visit with him a little bit before this one as they get set for this contest tonight against the Crookston Pirates. Big Dog Peter Nats joining us for our pregame show as they come in 1-1 on the year. Lost last week to a tough Osakis team, but I'm sure some things that you guys learned in a matchup like that against a quality team.
Yeah, we did. We learned a lot. We made a few adjustments this week. Also, it was a good experience for us to just get grounded again and put some perspective and get things in the right perspective back in place for me especially. But we made some nice changes, and hopefully it'll show up tonight when we play against the Pirates.
What are the biggest changes you saw on this team that you had to make and adjust to?
Well, we had some personnel issues with injuries and whatnot, so we had to. Derek Tibbetts isn't going to play tonight, so we've got some younger kids in there, less experience, but we needed to have some better energy than what we had the first few weeks of practice, and we have. We didn't have a bad preseason or anything like that, but it was just something was just a little bit off, and I think we've had a good week of practice this week, so we didn't change our scheme or anything like that. We added a few more things in. But just more positive energy and positive voices and things like that.
And each week, too, with a short season of only 8 games in the regular season, it's to the point where you do have to start to trickle some things in and come up with a few different things, I'm sure, every week, right?
Yeah, there are new things every week. Each team brings something else to the table, and you just have to be prepared for that and learn what you can off the film and try to get the kids in the best possible position to not only do well, but to come up with a win as well as getting their assignments taken care of.
And with the shift, too, with injury situations, sickness, that type of thing that you have to battle with, and every team does throughout the season, but it gives some of these younger guys or other guys a chance to either rotate or get their opportunity to step in and show what they've got, which is a good thing.
Yeah, those kids are due, too. They put in the work and put in the time, and they need to have, when their opportunity arrives, they got to be able to take advantage of it, and Gunnar Fleming's going to have a great chance tonight to start at a linebacker spot, and we've got another Colin Larson. We moved him from his left tackle spot to a guard spot just because he's got some better mobility, and Alex Paulson got knocked out last week with an ankle, so we've got Blake Downer, a sophomore. Big sophomore is going to get a chance to start on the offensive line tonight. So yeah, they work hard, and when they get their opportunity, they need to take advantage of it, but they also deserve a shot at things too. So I'm looking forward to seeing how those kids show up and play tonight, just because they're sophomores and they don't have a lot of experience yet. So I'm looking forward to it.
Crookston's the team you've got coming in too, and a team that's maybe struggled a little bit in the past year as of late, but putting things together, and it looks like they've got obviously had a tough road to start out the season with Barnesville and Osakis as well. So I'm sure they've learned some things and have built and strengthened from that too. Yeah,
their score, if you want to compare scores, their score versus Osakis was better for them than ours was. So they're going to come in here thinking that they got a good chance of winning this football game, just because of how they played Barnesville to 9 at half is all, and then they scored a couple times against Osakis, and we barely got one in. So they're going to have a lot of confidence. They're going to be playing hard, and that's, our kids just have to be ready to go and match that, and whether any storms that come throughout the course of the night, and then just get on with it.
What are the biggest keys to success for you guys to pull out a victory here tonight against the Pirates?
Well, I think we got to get our quarterback, Noah Nelson. We got to get him some confidence with some nice, easy throws right off the bat, just to get him into a little bit of a rhythm. We were unable to get any rhythm last week. We only had like 9 plays in the first half, or there were 6 plays in the first quarter last week. So we need to get our offense on the field and just get some good solid drives in, mix in some pass. And then I think in a game like this, where teams are very evenly matched, you got to win the turnover battle. Hang on to the ball and try to get a couple takeaways.
All right, Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck tonight.
You bet, anytime.
Peter Nats, head coach of the Hawley Nuggets, joining us on our pregame show as they host the Crookston Pirates tonight, the first of two Section 8 AA opponents that they've got in the regular season schedule. We'll take another break. We'll come back with more on our pregame show. It's Hawley hosting Crookston in high school football action on yourliveevent.com, presented by Halstead Telephone Company along with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Rural Enrichment and Counseling Headquarters, also known as REACH, Neighbors Helping Neighbors. That's their slogan, and it says it all. REACH is a multi-agency human service center that helps families and individuals with counseling, food services, and help and support during the holidays. Things such as the backpack program, food for kids during the weekend, and a holiday meal during Thanksgiving and Christmas are just a few of the things that REACH can do. Check them out at ruralenrichment.org or visit their secondhand stores in Hawley and Hendrum.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
You couldn't pick a better community to be a part of. I've actually been to another college, and this one was a far better experience because of the support of the faculty and the staff here. It's just outstanding. My name is Andrew, and I'm here for my future.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Back here on our pregame show, gearing up for Hawley Nuggets high school football this evening from Dale Scalleroot Athletic Complex. Kurt Fillion alongside Nathan Stoa once again, or I guess first time for the
kind of
for
right?
the year.
Kind of.
We tried that first week. We got about 3 or 4 minutes in, and then things kind of locked up, and
we did our normal amount of talking.
We did, yeah. People just didn't see it or hear it, so they were probably maybe there was some happiness. I don't know. There might have been, but I know that it was definitely something where you want to see the game and see the action, and we are back here tonight. We've got a stronger signal, stronger connection, thanks to Brett Schmidt here at the school, along with Mr. Mark Forseth getting things set up earlier on this week. Got the report on that things were looking mighty fine on Wednesday. So appreciate that, and hopefully we can continue that connection here tonight. So welcome to the broadcast as we gear you up for this one tonight, and an important matchup here, Nathan, with a section opponent being the Crookston Pirates, one of only 2 section opponents that the Nuggets will see this year.
Yeah, it's this weird district scheduling and section stuff. I mean, it sometimes baffles me how easy it would be for us smaller schools just to have our season be our schedule or be our section schedule, and then figure out some crossovers as opposed to what it is. But they don't pay me any money at all to figure those things out. So, but yeah, so it's a section matchups are always important for tiebreakers with however the playoffs are going to be determined. But even more importantly for both teams, I mean, Crookston's trying to get in the win column, and should have some confidence, as Coach Nat said in his interview coming into a game here tonight. And then Hawley trying to get back on their winning ways after being leveled out just a little bit, or grounded a little bit as they were last week, because it wasn't a clean enough game for them to even feel like they gave Osakis the true look that they could.
Absolutely, and you come off of something like that, and you got a couple of starters that are out tonight. One that had a great first game of the year, Derek Tibbetts, with 4 touchdowns and that victory over Pillager. Out tonight, we'll have Lucas Skank in his spot as the running back, and Alex Paulson, one of their big linemen up front, is also out, so a little bit of a shift there. And then, as Coach Nats talked about, some youth getting the opportunity to step in there. Blake Donner, 6'6", a sophomore, but 235, so he'll bring some good size in there as well on that line. But it'll be an adjustment, a younger player that has the opportunity now, and we talked about that too, the fact that injuries or sickness can be a positive for the entire team. It's never good to see somebody go down because of an injury, but at the same time, as a team player, you can say, hey, this is my opportunity, this is my teammates' opportunity to show what they've got and step in and help me out.
Yeah, I agree, and it's even better when it can happen in week 3, week 2 and week 3, as opposed to closing in on playoff time, because what you ultimately get to do here is none of the injuries seem like they're going to be long-term injuries. And so what you've got is the opportunity to build depth now early. Coach mentioned Gunnar Fleming. Flemmer sounds like a good nickname, but Gunnar Fleming getting the start at linebacker. So that's going to be a wide-eyed moment for him, especially when you've got one of the best, if not the best, running back in the section, looking across the line at you and coming at you. So that's going to be on his veteran teammates. It's going to be on the Johnny Vetters of the world and other guys that have been out there to help him along and make sure that, he's confident and ready to go. And there's going to be a learning curve for those guys, but that's what, everybody makes the playoffs. So that's what the early part of the season is going to be all about, is building that depth and finding more and more guys that you can have confidence in, because in two-way football, a lot of times, clean jerseys win. When you can get a clean jersey out there for a stretch or for special teams or whatever the case might be, that's good depth and good rest for your starters.
When you talk about how important the regular season is, Section 8 AA, there's only 6 teams. So just like last year, you've got 2 teams that are going to have a bye, the number 1 and the number 2 seed. So every game is crucial when you get the opportunities. Barnesville, Pelican Rapids, Hawley, Frazee, Warroad, and Crookston are the 6 teams in 8 AA. Crookston did come off of the loss to section opponent Barnesville last week, 28-0. Barnesville is who the other team, Hawley, will see later this year. It'll be the last game of the regular season, the Wednesday of MEA break. And then one more section opponent for Crookston. That'll be next week when they host Frazee. So they get a chance to see a few of the section opponents. Hawley sees a couple, so pretty evenly matched as far as that goes. But a lot of quality teams that both teams are seeing throughout the regular season.
Yeah, they absolutely will. And I mean, looking at tonight, I've heard a lot of talk as being a Gopher fan, which is hard to be sometimes. But the comparison I would draw right now is everybody's pretty happy about what's going on or not going on with the other teams in the Big Ten West. But the teams you've played on the Gopher side, that's not as equivalent of the opponents that the others have seen. Osakis and Barnesville are a little bit different than what we showed against Osakis, plus, a first-round game or first opening week game against Pillager. So Crookston, despite being 0-2, Nuggets can't take them lightly. They've got enough talent, and they, second year in the system. So it should be a good game and an important game that I think Hawley's got to be pleased that they have the home field for tonight.
Should be a fun one tonight, and some pretty decent weather out there. A little bit of humidity with some of the moisture in the air that we saw earlier today with the fog that's subsided there in the afternoon, but definitely a little bit different, but still pretty cool out there, and a little breeze for the players, so that'll help things in the cause here tonight in Week 3. We're excited to bring you the coverage tonight on yourliveevent.com. Kurt Fillion along with Nathan Stoa for the coverage here tonight. And we thank all of our sponsors for helping make the broadcast possible. You'll see throughout the broadcast and hear them as well. We ask that you patronize them. At the very least, tell them thank you. They're giving that opportunity to make this broadcast absolutely free for you to view. Whether it's at home or whether it's on your mobile device, and hopefully not driving, if that's the case. Have your passenger watch it and tell you what's going on. But be safe while you're doing that. But regardless, we appreciate you being here. And again, make the effort to patronize, at the very least, tell those sponsors thank you for making this possible to bring you Hawley Nugget Athletics with yourliveevent.com. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more from Hawley, Dale Scholarwood Athletic Complex, where the Hawley Nuggets come in 1-1 against the 0-2 Crookston Pirates in a Section 8 AA matchup with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and Holstead Telephone Company. It's yourliveevent.com.
At Community Co-op, we offer our energy solutions programs to help area farm operations. Hi, this is Rocky Bruin. One of our popular programs is our fuel contracting with only 30 cents per gallon upfront payment, and our pricing programs are a couple quick reasons why you would lock in your fuel contracting price with Community Co-op. Let us help you manage your risk. Call 1-888-935-2281 and we can discuss more of your energy solutions programs from Community Co-ops of Lake Park.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Back here on our pregame show, let's take a look at some starting lineups here for you tonight as we get set for the action between the Crookston Pirates and the Hawley Golden Nuggets. We'll look at the defense for this Crookston team here tonight. They'll start as a safety number 4, a 5'11", 165-pound senior Jack Doda, a cornerback in the backfield, will be wearing number 5, a 5'5", 130-pound senior George Widman. Defensive end up front wearing number 7 will be a 5'9", 150-pound junior Carter Coette. Also at a safety in the backfield will be a sophomore at 5'10", 160 pounds, number 9, Rylan Lubarski. A linebacker position wearing number 12 will be Tanner Gacy, a 5'9", 165-pound senior. Defensive end also for the Crookston Pirates be wearing number 38, a 6'2", 205-pound senior Ethan Bowl. Linebacker will be wearing number 42, Leighton Fuentes. He's 5'5", 160-pound senior. A defensive tackle for the Pirates will be Jaron Bailey at 6 foot 195 senior, wearing number 51 tonight. Their defensive tackle as well up front, Hunter Knutson at 5'10", 180 senior. He'll be wearing number 70. Their nose guard up front in the middle wearing number 75 is a 5'7", 270-pound senior, Jesus Sanchez Jr. And cornerback also in the defensive backfield will be number 88, Antonio Romero, a 5'8", 160-pound junior. Head coach of the Crookston Pirates, Nate Lubarski, assisted by Darren Zimmerman, Brett Brennan, Tim Moe, Jeremy Lubinsky, and Dan Rooney. Crookston Pirates come in with a record of 0-2 on the year. They'll be in their away whites. with navy blue numerals, gold trim, the white bottoms, and the navy blue helmets with the gold letter C on the top. Going through the Hawley Nuggets starting lineup here as we get set to go. We're going to take another break. We'll come back and look at the Hawley Nuggets starting lineup and the kickoff when we return to Dale Scholarroot Athletic Complex on yourliveevent.com after this.
Thunder Seed has over 4 generations of experience in the field. Through innovation, technology, and hard work, we put farmers first by providing high-quality products. We pride ourselves on developing quality soybean, corn, wheat, and corn silage seed for dealers and growers across our region. We are invested in being your partner throughout the full cycle of your harvest. Thunder Seed, first in the field, family-owned, and farmers first.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Winter storms can create broken tree limbs and power outages. They can also create a dangerous landscape. Ice-coated power lines can continue to carry electricity whether they're sagging or on the ground. If you see low-hanging or down power lines, assume they are energized and deadly. Stay far away from them, keep others away from them, and report the location. This message from Wild Rice Electric Cooperative. We care about you and your safety.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on yourliveevent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on yourliveevent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Welcome back to Dale Scholarroot Athletic Complex, getting set for some Hawley Nuggets football here tonight on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for being with us. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Hawley Golden Nuggets here tonight. On their offensive side, they'll start as their center. Ryan Spear will be a 6'3", 203-pound senior. On the line as well, in the right guard spot, is going to be Colin Larson, a 5'9", 183-pound junior. At the left guard position will be a 5'9", 202-pound junior, Tyler Garai. At the left tackle position will be the 6'6", 235 sophomore, Blake Donner. At the right tackle position will be a 5'11", 267-pound senior, Gavin Knutson. Their tight end will be a 6'2", 176-pound senior, number 82, Braxton Bowe. As a slot player will be a 6'3", 165-pound senior, Mason Groton. In the backfield, they will start tonight. Quarterback, 6'4", 180-pound sophomore, Noah Nelson. Their running backs, 5'11", 175-pound junior, Devon Stock, 6'3", 235-pound senior, John Vetter, and 5'7", 155-pound sophomore, Lucas Skank. Nuggets will receive to get things going. This one's going to be booted into the end zone by the Crookston Pirates, and we are set to go. The Nuggets will start out offensively at their own 20-yard line here this evening in their second of 4 home games this season. So the Nuggets will start at their own 20-yard line to get things going here. Just underway in Hawley tonight. Thanks again for being with us for our coverage on yourliveevent.com. So the Nuggets will get set. The two-wing set. Penalty flags are coming down as there was some movement up front, and right away somebody's getting a little antsy to get going. It's going to be a penalty against the Crookston Pirates as they jump across the line. That'll be their first penalty for 5 yards here tonight.
Yep, jumped on the motion, or jumped just after the motion on first down there, so a free 5 yards before I think we start to see our healthy dose of Mr. Vetter here tonight.
So up to the 25-yard line is where it'll move. First down and 5 now for the Nuggets. Two-wing set. Stock on the right, Skank on the left. Each will come in motion, and we're going to move it right back in the position. Or is it Crookston coming across again? I think they did, as they got mixed up on that motion for the Nuggets, and they did. Encroachment against the defense. That's going to result in a first down for the Hawley Nuggets. 1st and 10 now up to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, good discipline by the offensive line, especially first-time starter Blake Downer out there, number 66. His first opportunity to start, and he held his water both times there as Crookston was unable to. So good discipline early off the O-line.
Clock has not even started, and already a first down on the game here for the Hawley Nuggets, and had a man in motion. And
I jinxed it. We jumped.
Okay, we're going to move it back. So we've got 3 penalty flags before we even snap the football here tonight. 2 against Crookston for 10 yards, and now the Nuggets will join in with the procedure penalty to make it first down and 15. Started at the 20, got to the 25 on a 5-yard penalty, got a first down to the 30 on another encroachment penalty, and now they'll go back 5 yards. So if the pattern continues, they'll have another procedure penalty and back to the 20-yard line where we initially started. Man in motion coming is going to be Skank. They'll hand off to the John Vetter right up the middle as he powers his way forward, gets those 5 yards back plus a couple more, a gain of 7 on the play for Vetter.
Yep, and the man in motion that time was 14. That's Levi Lelm. He will be seeing some of his first action as a sophomore early in ball games. He did get a big touchdown late against Pillager, but he will split some time, I believe, with Lucas Skank in the Derek Tibbetts role.
Give him 8 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 here for the Nuggets. So as you mentioned, Lelm will come in motion, get set in the backfield. Now in motion is Stock, back to pass. Nelson airs this one out left side to Lelm, gets it at the 40, up to the 45, knocked down. He's going to be diving forward up to the 49, close to the 50-yard line, and that is going to be a nice gain on the play for the Nuggets. It'll be a gain of 18 and a first down.
Good composure by Noah Nelson. Good feet, kept him underneath him. The rush got up the field, but he was able to step up a little bit, put the ball on the money. Exactly the type of play that Coach Nats talked about in the pregame interview. Nice, easy throw to get him in a rhythm.
So 1st and 10 for the Nuggets. Right at the 50-yard line is where the ball is placed. Man in motion is Stock from right to left. They'll hand it off. Vetter squeaks away from a couple of would-be tacklers. Now he's gang tackled by the Crookston Pirates. Not letting a whole lot happen. Doing a nice job of keying. Bull, one of the first guys there defensively for this Crookston defense, and really did a nice job of hunting down that play.
Yeah. We're going to say the name Bull a lot here tonight. He's going to carry it. He's a next-level football player on both at linebacker and carrying the football within our section. That was an interesting defensive lineup, too, as I saw. Got 2 guys over the top of Bradley Olson, and it does look like Mason on the far side of the field is going to handle some single coverage.
Shotgun formation again. Man in motion coming across is going to be Skank this time. Going to the right side. The ball for Skank is going to be a little bit out of his reach there. Incomplete pass, and that will make it a 3rd down and 10 for the Nuggets right at the 50.
I'm going to finish my thought on the defensive alignment is, Groton didn't have a whole lot of a role last year. No wide receiver did within the program based on what they were trying to accomplish on offense last year. But 2 years ago, he torched a lot of teams and did really well. Olson, first year as a wide receiver, so Crookston sees something that they don't want to let Bradley Olson get going because he's even on the small side of the field right now. So we'll see if the Nuggets can find a way to take advantage.
Back to pass. Nelson airing this one out over the head, and a nice jumping catch there by Mason Groton coming across the field to the 40-yard line. And he is going to be, I think it's going to be enough for the first down, just depending on where the placement of this ball is. Yes, official says that is a 10-yard gain, and that is a Nugget first down.
Another good job by Noah Nelson to stay composed and be able to put the ball right on the money to Groton coming across the formation.
So 1st and 10 for the Nuggets, their 3rd first down in this first offensive series. Just over 2 minutes into the game, into Crookston territory at the 40-yard line. Stacking it up again with two wings. Receiver off left, that's Groton. Coming in motion is Skank. He'll get it on the handoff. Nice blocks up front there initially, and then wrapped up right on the shoestring there by George Widman for Crookston, who came up with a really nice wrap up there on the legs and stopped them a 4-yard gain on the play, but could have been a lot more dangerous than that for the Nuggets offense.
Yeah, it's good solo tackle. Hard to tell how Skank read that play as he looked to cut it up early, but good wiggle out of Lucas early in the first carry that he has had here in his first career go of it early in ball games.
2nd down and 6 it will be for the Nuggets from the 36-yard line. Pitch out left this time. Stock tries to find some room, has some nice lead blockers there, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds with really nothing doing. A good job by that Crookston defense to not only get in on the play, but a good job by their defensive backfield to get up there and cut him off over at the sideline with nowhere for Stock to go.
Yeah, good pursuit. And what we're gonna lose with without Derek, is we're gonna have two guys that break tackles consistently here. Stock and Skank and Lelm to a certain extent here, as they get used to the varsity level here, are probably not tackle breakers. So we're going to have to, live without a little bit of a bigger play opportunity.
High formation backfield for the Nuggets, airing this one out into traffic, and that is out of the reach of the receiver. And for the Nuggets' benefit, it was out of the reach of the defense that was right there. In fact, Antonio Romero, one of the cornerbacks back there, the 160-pound junior, he was almost able to get his hands on that ball, but it was overthrown, so an incomplete pass will result in a 4th down and 6 now for the Nuggets from the Crookston 36-yard line. So good defense by Crookston, not only up front hunting down on some of those runs, but also the defensive backfield aware and ready for some of these passing plays that they might see happening, that the Nuggets have already aired out 4 passing plays, 2 completions. So 2 for 4, and now Olsen, the punter, is going to fake this one. He's going to take it himself, and he is going to get wrapped up. In fact, loses a couple of yards, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, they went with their rugby punt formation where Bradley takes some hard steps to his strong side, and they had the wide side of the field there, but not much doing. Crookston has probably seen that formation and knew with us in plus territory right now that could be coming, and didn't have enough to make it work, but probably a good opportunity to take that chance.
So Crookston will have it here in the first quarter at their own 37-yard line with 8:51 remaining. No score in this one on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for being with us for our coverage tonight in this Section 8 AA matchup. High formation backfield, receiver off to the right for the Crookston Pirates, as they will have Dota under center, their quarterback. He'll fake the handoff, rolling out right side, airs it out as a receiver slips through his hands there, intended for George Widman, but couldn't get it to go. He was right around the Hawley 42-yard line. That would have been a nice reception there for the Crookston Pirates in their first offensive series of the night.
Yeah, I think Mason Gratton there at a safety position bit relatively hard on the run, which, he can't do, but with the way and the amount of carries that Bowl gets, you almost can't blame him for looking hard in there. As Crookston came out, good play, just weren't able to connect.
Nuggets stalled out on 8 plays in that first offensive series. Turnover on downs, had 3 first downs in that offensive set. 2nd down and 10 now for the Crookston Pirates with no score. As they'll hand it off, second man through. Bowl busts through one would-be tackler and now makes it all the way up to that first down and more. He gains 13 yards, barreling his way through for a big run for the Crookston Pirates.
And that is 13 yards after first contact. Braxton Bowe shot through but was unable to wrap up, and no help until first down was gained by Mr. Bowl.
So that'll put it right at the 50-yard line. Moving the ball in their first down of the night. And as mentioned, Bowl, one of the top backs, especially in the section and in the area as well for this Crookston team. You'll see and hear his name quite a bit tonight. Man in motion, they'll pitch out right side. Bull looking for some room. He's going to be stuffed. Johnny Vetter stopping him on the play in the backfield at the 45-yard line, a loss of 5.
Real good job there by Johnny Vetter, keeping his outside arm free, so at the very least he was going to contain that outside off-tackle run. And not only was he able to shed it, all that weight room time pays off, and he's able to take down for a loss what I would consider to be pretty close to his equal on the Pirate side.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 15 it will be now, back into Crookston territory. They were right at the middle mark there before, now back at their own 45-yard line. 7:34 to play in the first quarter, no score. As a handoff, nope, Doda's going to keep it himself, finds some room right up the middle, and charges forward into Hawley territory. He's knocked down right around the 40-yard line. He's going to be close. I think they downed him with the knee there at the 41. So that will be a gain of 14 on the play, needed 15 for the first down, but still great way to break through there for the Crookston Pirates after that loss on the previous play.
A good read by Doda as they were running option to the wide side of the field away from our camera, but he read that he had the ability to cut that up for a good gain.
3rd and short for the Pirates, I formation backfield. Receiver off to that right side and the left side here. Fake the handoff to the first man through. Bull will get it himself. He's going to charge his way forward. He needed 1, and he got about 3 on that play, so plenty for that first down and the 3rd carry of the game for Ethan Bull.
Good job there by Gunnar Fleming as he came up, and he was first contact, but that sophomore versus senior in the hole there wasn't going to be enough to force the ball carrier back as Bull was able to fall forward as most good running backs do.
So 3rd down conversion there for the Crookston Pirates, as the Nuggets had some nice stops prior to that, but Pirates are going to make it a living you-know-what when it comes to their offensive side against this Hawley Nugget defense. Handoff goes straight up the middle again. Bull finds some room. Up the field he goes, 25-20. Still on his feet, and he's tripped up around the 15-yard line, but another big gainer of 25 yards for Bull.
Nobody there to meet him in the hole, and he made a good read. That time he stayed inside of Johnny Vetter instead of getting outside. Vetter contained the play, but there was no linebacker in there to fill and make first contact.
4 carries for 36 yards for Ethan Bull in this first offensive series. Their 7th play from scrimmage here in their first offensive set midway through the first quarter. Doda under center, hands it off. Bull bounces out to the left side of the 10, the 5, and in for the score. Crookston strikes first, 6-0 on your community co-op scoreboard with 5:44 to play in the first quarter.
Now, whether the play was able to be made or not, it's hard to tell from our angle. Looked like Blake Bigger tried to come up and get to his contained spot and was held a little bit there, but there was quite a bit of distance between him and Bull to begin with, and the future college football player, I believe, University of North Dakota, puts 6 on the board for the Pirates.
So they'll try for the extra point kick. Snap is there, the kick is up, and the kick, a nice booming kick there right through the uprights, and that will be good. So on your community co-op scoreboard, 5:44 to play in this first quarter. Crookston strikes first to lead 7-0 over Hawley on yourliveevent.com.
Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. They have the full line of Fendt, Massey Ferguson, and Challenger tractors. They have high-capacity Claas combines. They are your new Brandt dealer. Visit with them for augers, grain carts, heavy harrows, and Brandt's new vertical tillage. Ziegler Ag Equipment has Bourgault chisel plows, and they are your Amity beet equipment dealer. They have on the lot a new Wilrich 51-foot chisel plow. Call 218-784-2961. Talk with Chuck or Neil for pricing. Ziegler Ag Equipment, 218-784-2961.
Back here at Dale Scoularwood Athletic Complex, 7-0 Crookston leads here on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for being with us for our coverage as the Pirates will get set to boot this away. Jake Erickson, a 5'9" junior, will tee it up right at the 40-yard line, and he'll get official whistle from the official, and the kick is on the way. A nice kick that'll bounce around the 20-yard line, will go out of bounds. So that one goes out here for the Nuggets. And are they, did he touch it around that spot? He must have. He must have touched it before it went out of bounds. So it will be dropping all the way back to the 13-yard line is where the ball is going to be at for the Nuggets. So a benefit there for the Crookston Pirates.
And not the way you want to come out and have to try to respond to an early touchdown by the road team is to put yourself backed up near your own 10.
Yeah, that is a very tough way to go here for the Nuggets, trying to gain some momentum after a nice offensive series of 8 plays, capped off by a 15-yard touchdown run by Ethan Bowl. Handoff goes up the middle. Vetter trying to spin away from a couple of would-be tacklers. Bowl had him initially, and then helped up by a couple of his teammates there in the middle. But Bowl with Vetter with some spinning moves there to try and get away. He was able to still gain about 4 yards on the play.
So Hawley came out with trips formation, and on the far side of the field they had Grattan and then Bradley Olson in the slot. Brevin Stowe returning to the team tonight after a week off due to injury. On the near side, still left the 2 defensive players loaded up to the short side of the field over Stoa, which leaves the 2 more dynamic playmakers one-on-one on the far side of the field.
Trips right, receiver left. Shotgun formation. Nelson airs this out. Slant into the middle, stocked through his hands, and incomplete. Otherwise, that would have been a really nice gainer there, as he had some room against the defense. Maybe heard the defense coming there. You could hear the footsteps of the safety, Rylan Lubarski there for Crookston, but still had a few steps. So when you're an offensive player, though, you have no idea how close they actually are if a hit's going to be coming.
Yeah, slight alligator arms there out of Devon, but Noah's got to put in the back of his head that ball was exactly where he wanted it to be, and he's got to keep his confidence going that all but that one throw that bounced to Skank has been on the money where he wants it.
That's what Coach Schnatz talked about in the pregame, too. He needs to build that confidence as quarterback, and that one's going to be a snap that was almost over the head. A nice job by Nelson to keep it in front, as he's going to be downing it around the 10-yard line. So a 3rd and 6 is now going to turn into a 4th and 13, a loss of 7 on that play for the Nuggets.
Yeah, that's got to get fixed and worked out here quick, because this is now we're working up towards 5 or 6 of those, it seems like, a game that are questionable snaps, and that's a 6'5" target back there. And I'm not saying playing center is easy, it's absolutely not, but that's something that they've got to get worked out.
Olson was going to try and punt, and he is going to be knocked down on the play. He couldn't get any room, and I think they got him in the end zone, or was it?
No, on the one. That's going to be slightly worse, because it could turn into 6 early in this possession as opposed to 2, and maybe get a chance at a defensive stop.
So, yeah, it'll be at the with that loss on the play. We'll drop him back. Be 18 yards on that play. Be a turnover on downs officially with that, and it'll be Crookston taking over at the Hawley 1-yard line with 4:20 remaining in this first quarter, up 7-0. And as you mentioned, knocking on the door once again with this strong offense they've been showing. Dota under center, 2 receivers off left, 1 to the right side. Man in motion coming for the Pirates. Dota's going to take it himself, powers his way forward for the 1-yard touchdown run.
Got 2 ways to make that knocking on the doorstep easy, as you've got Bowl back there who's hard to bring down, and if your quarterback's got the ability to find that little gap, get into the A gap easy, he's going to fall across the line.
So that was Dota getting the touchdown for the Crookston Pirates. Jack Dota, his 2nd carry of the night for 15 yards. He'll get set to hold this snap. The kick is up, and the kick is off to the left. No good. So on your community co-op scoreboard, the Crookston Pirates strike once again with 4:18 remaining in the first quarter and lead 13-0 over the Hawley Nuggets here on YourLiveEvent.com. We're back with more from Dale Schuyler Athletic Complex after this.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Back here at Dale Schuyler Athletic Complex, the Crookston Pirates up 13-0 over Hawley here tonight, capitalizing on a turnover on downs that resulted in a tackle there on the punter Olson at the 1-yard line, where the Pirates took over, and it was their quarterback Jack Dota just plunging his way forward for the touchdown to make it 13-0. The extra point kick was no good. Stock's going to keep it at the 5-yard line. He's going to charge his way forward up to the 19, and that's where Hawley will have it here with 4:13 remaining in the first quarter.
We got to work something out there with the deep guys there. A little bit more communication. Ball on grass, not always going to sneak into the end zone, so communicate that out and be able to aggressively attack the ball to work towards a solid return. We've seen them early against Pillager, even a couple good ones against Osakis last week, but we really put ourselves up against the wall here early on special teams.
Makes it tough to try and get that momentum back, but I tell you what, a couple of scores, you just get some big plays here and some positive things can happen. Not on this first play as Vetter has to meet about 3 or 4 of those Crookston Pirates ready to make the tackle. He's able to gain a couple yards on the play. It'll make it a 2nd down and 8.
Yep. Offensive line's going to have to give John a little bit more of an opportunity here to get going. We know he can break plenty of tackles, and he's got speed to go with that size, but it's going to be hard if he's got 2 guys wrapped around his ankles early in the play.
Pirates have done a nice job in that front line there to really get off the ball and make some hits. Showed that in the first offensive series when they had a couple of penalties. They were jumping, but that means they were ready to go. They were energized here tonight coming off the bus. Had a long trip from Crookston as Jack Ames is going to make his way forward. He's going to make it up to the 24-yard line, so he'll gain about 4 more yards to make it a 3rd down and 4.
I like the idea of coming back with the counter play. Off of Vetter, had the defense flowing, but good job by Crookston on the backside there to stay home. So now third and medium here gives the advantage to the Pirates.
Shotgun formation with the receiver off to each end. Wing onto that left side. Almost bobbled there on the snap. Nelson keeps it, spins away from 1. Now he's going to be met in the backfield, and another sack for the Crookston Pirates. Back at the 20-yard line, and it's who? Ethan Bowl. 4th down and 9 it'll be for the Hawley Nuggets.
Right now, every play, Crookston's bringing pressure somewhere, and we're just not holding holding up enough up front to give Noah time there or to get a run play sprung. So
back to receive is going to be Antonio Romero for Crookston. He's backing up to about the 40-yard line on the Crookston side. Bradley Olson will get set to take the snap and punt this one away for the Nuggets with a 4th and 9 at their own 21-yard line. Unable to move that ball. It's going to bounce. Nice kick there. Bounces at the 46. Romero says, I'll just get out of the way and let you guys touch that instead. A good decision. It'll be at the Crookston 38-yard line. You've got that momentum. What the heck? Why take a risk here in this first quarter? Try and take advantage with the way your offense has been moving here tonight. So with 2:10 remaining here in the first quarter, Nuggets have to punt that one away. A 3-and-out is what it ends up being, as the Pirates have scored on both offensive series they've had here in the first quarter, leading 13-0. A 15-yard touchdown run by Ethan Bull. The extra point kick good, capping off a 7-play drive about midway through this quarter. And then a 2-second drive that only took 1 play that started at the Hawley 1-yard line. It was a 1-yard run for Jack Doda. He'll hand off the Bull. Straight ahead running room. He's got a little bit of room. Squirts forward up to about the 43-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 on the play for Bull.
Yeah, with the exception of the play where he tried to stretch it outside of Vetter here, Bull has done a great job of being the one to deliver first contact and to then fall forward no matter what the situation has been. So if he's going to gain chunks of 5 every time, there's no point for Crookston to outcoach themselves. Just keep feeding the beast.
He's got 6 carries for 56 yards here in this first quarter of play, does Ethan Bull. Not a bad way to start. Got a touchdown to go along with that. Handoff straight up the middle. This is the first guy through. This is going to be Geist, Tanner Geist this time, getting an opportunity to carry that football. He'll make it up to the 46-yard line, so that'll be a gain of a few there for Geist.
Well done there by Jack Ames, sophomore middle linebacker, was able to scrape down and find and meet the fullback in the hole there.
3rd and 2 it'll be for the Pirates at their own 46-yard line. Hanging on to that 13-0 lead. Just over a minute to play in the first quarter from Hawley tonight. On a beautiful night for some high school football in week 3 out of the 8-week season that we have for regular season play. Power I formation in the backfield. Handoff goes to Bull. Bull was met in the backfield, but look at those legs just keep on churning and churning. And what could have been a loss of 3 ends up being a gain of 1 because of that strong running game in Ethan Bull.
Yep. But what finally happened there was it became gang tackle time. First guy there's got to get lower. I know Coach Burcham down there as defensive coordinator is screaming, get it at his legs, wrap his legs, because that's a constant out of him. I think he says it a couple hundred times a night. But then once that first guy makes contact, we got to have guys 2, 3, and 4, and if not 5, 6, 7, and 8 get there as well.
So they'll still have to have a play here unless they take a timeout. They will. They'll take a timeout before we exit the first quarter. 14 seconds to play first quarter. Crookston leads Hawley 13-0 on your Community Co-op scoreboard. A quick break. We'll do the same. We're back with more from Dale Schuylerud Athletic Complex in Hawley on yourliveevent.com right after this.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
Back here out of the timeout, Crookston Pirates talking about some things here. They take the timeout, 1 of 3 that they have in the first half. 4th and 1 is what they're faced with at their own 47-yard line. They've got a 13-point lead. Be interesting to see. It looks like, they're going for it. They're not dropping back into punting formation. They're saying, let's trust our offense and let's rock and roll, baby. I formation, backfield, receivers off to each side. Handoff goes straight up the middle, and they get it. They needed 1, and they got 4. A gain of 4 on the play, and that will be the 4th first down of the night for the Crookston Pirates.
Gutsy call, because if that one goes the wrong way, that'd be the first time Nuggets would have had the ball in plus field position since the first drive of the game, with all momentum in Crookston's favor. To a certain extent, used Bowl as a decoy on that one and went back to the fullback dive.
1 quarter in the books on your Community Co-op scoreboard. Crookston leads Hawley 13-0. We're back with the second quarter of play from Dale Schuylerud Athletic Complex right after this.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Hi, this is Steve Dalen from Piper's Auction and Realty. Summer has come and gone, and the 2022 harvest season is now with us. Like the change of seasons, farmland sale prices change as well. We believe after a 2-year rise in land prices, we are now at a peak price level. If you have been thinking of a farmland sale, now is the time to act. For help with your sale, call me, Steve Dalen, at 701-893-8517.
Start of the second quarter back here at Dale Schuylerud Athletic Complex on yourliveevent.com. Kurt Fillion along with Nathan Stoa with the broadcast call here tonight. Ben Gronke, 8th grader here at the Hawley School, providing you with the video camera skills here tonight. Appreciate him being part of our team as well. Handoff goes to Bull, bounces off some would-be tacklers. He's up to the 40, the 30, the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Carries a guy into the end zone. Touchdown for the Crookston Pirates. A 49-yard touchdown run to cap off a 5-play drive and kicking off the second quarter in style.
First contact was behind the line of scrimmage. Last contact was at the 1-yard line as Bull was able to get free and find his way back into the land of 6.
Ethan Bull with his second touchdown tonight as the Crookston Pirates are going to try for the extra point kick. They've connected on 1 of 2 here this evening. They're up to 19-0 in favor of the Pirates, or are they just going to go for 2? They're going to try for 2. They say, hey, our offense is working pretty darn swift. Let's try and just go for 2 and get it back up to that 21 mark. Handoff goes Bull straight up the middle, basically untouched, in for the 2-point conversion, and that will make it 21-0 in favor of the Crookston Pirates. From Hawley tonight, we're back with more from Hawley on yourliveevent.com right after this.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together on an investment strategy for long-term results. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Start by giving me a call at 701-893-5648. I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
21-0 commanding lead for the Crookston Pirates, in control here in this first half. 11:48 to go, second quarter, as the Nuggets will get set to go here. Stock in the backfield along with Bradley Olson to receive on the special teams. And Jake Erickson will get set to boot this one away again for the Crookston Pirates. Definitely in their favor here as a 49-yard touchdown run for Ethan Bowl, as he is over 100 yards in this first half. In fact, almost all in the first quarter. That one to start the second quarter. Olsen, nice little shifty move there, gets to the 35, 40, has a couple of guys to beat, has some blockers. He had to slow down and stop there to get away from those guys, but great reception there for the Nuggets to get things started here in this offensive series.
Caught the kickoff in the air, attacked the return, positive things happen, and we get the best field position we've seen since the first drive of the ball game for us.
And that was the 20-yard line for the Nuggets back on a kick that went into the end zone in that first offensive series. Started at the 13 and also at their own 19 for their other two offensive series here tonight. Two wings set for the Nuggets, receiver off left. Stock will come in motion. They'll hand it off to Stock. He'll try and make his way around his blockers there, and he's tripped up. Falls forward for a gain of 4 on the play, makes it a second down and 6.
All right, we got a lot of time here in the second quarter. There's no play that's going to get us 3 touchdowns at all, so let's just chip away here a little bit. 5-yard gain is a good start after a great return by Bradley Olson. So we don't have to get overly excited. Just chip away here and try to put one on the board.
That was about a 33-yard reception there on that kickoff by Bradley Olson to get it near midfield. Second down and 6 here. Groton gets set on the right side this time, on the bottom of your screen as a wide receiver. Handoff goes straight up the middle for Vetter. And Vetter is going to push his way forward for a gain of about 3 yards. It'll make it a third down and 3.
Yep, good ball deception there. I did not see Johnny with it till he was tackled. So
we got an official calling for, I don't know if it's is waving to stop the clock here momentarily. I don't know if it's equipment malfunction or what's going on.
I think we've got a play clock starting too quickly. Because he was given the one-hand pump.
All right, well, they'll sort this out here. It'll be a third down and 3 for the Nuggets coming out of this communication here between the officials and the coaching staff for the Nuggets, with Coach Peter Natz they're talking with down there right now. Nuggets, as mentioned, that it's tough to get that confidence built back up when you give up 3 touchdowns, especially basically in the first quarter. The majority of it, just the start of the second quarter is when that big gainer for Bowl that came here to make it the 21-0 in favor of the Crookston Pirates. But like you said, Nathan, this is a situation where you just have to chip away. There's no huge play that can just get you tied up after one offensive series now.
No, and it's not a. It feels a lot like last week, where there were 3 big plays that really turned that game at different moments and made things difficult. And then today, the punt and giving them the ball on our doorstep was a big one, just poor field position. So now it's time to chip away and have possession for a while.
Handoff goes right up the middle. That's Lelm this time. Lelm with some nice room there. Getting straight up the middle. He is going to gain about 12 yards on the play, and that'll be a Nugget first down.
Yeah, good burst of speed there. One small short cut, and then a good burst of speed from the sophomore running back, getting a little bit of time under the lights.
So Lelm with his, in fact, that's his first carry here tonight. He had a reception earlier on for 18 yards. And now a 12-yard gain there. First down and 10 it will be for the Nuggets at the Crookston 35-yard line. Handoff, goes straight up the middle. That is going to be John Vetter. Vetter is going to charge his way forward for a gain of about 4. Some really tough yards there for John Vetter. He had about 3 or 4 guys draped on him that were not allowing him to go very fast at all, but he used that leg strength and got him 4 yards.
And right now, just like I said earlier, just trying to put one on the board, so 4 yards at a time is good math for the Maroon and Gold.
So 2nd down and 6 it will be. 9:35 to play in the first half. Nuggets trying to get on the board here as they've got a wing off to the right side. Ames. They'll hand it off. This is Lelm. He charges his way forward right into that defense. Some aggressive play there by Levi Lelm. Just says, get out of my way. And he was taking some guys, pushing them right down there to gain another few yards.
And a good hard run there again. It's hard to see, the 2 lead blockers for him on that play standing up while the tackle is made. I'd like to see them stay on those blocks a little bit longer and give our guys a little bit more of a chance before first contact.
3rd and 4 it's going to be here for the Nuggets. Groton up to that right side as a receiver. Wing off to each side now. Stock will come in motion to get set in the backfield. Under center is Nelson. Another man in motion, Lelm. They'll fake the handoffs. Back to pass. Nelson airs this one out. Great throw to Groton. Oh, into the hands and out of his reach there. Romero might have had a little bit to do with that right at the end as he might have knocked that ball loose. But, boy, that was placed right on the numbers. Groton had it there, and Romero says, get it out of there.
And that was
incomplete pass.
And that's the route that was necessary there, is that fade route, because they've got that safety over the top when we're in our flex formation, which takes away that slant that we go to quite often. So that ball was put right on the money. 2nd one in a row that Noah's put right on the money that has been dropped. I'd say Romero had something to do with it, and so did the concern of where the end line was and trying to haul that in bounds.
The defense right at the end there. Antonio Romero, a junior for the Crookston Pirates, coming up with the defensive stop, forcing a 4th down situation, and also forcing the Nuggets to take a timeout here. With 8:45 to play first half, it's 21-0 Crookston leading Hawley on your community co-op scoreboard on yourliveevent.com from Dale Schuylerwood Athletic Complex. We're back with more from Hawley right after this.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Nuggets coming out of the timeout. They've got a 4th down situation. They're in Crookston territory. At the 28-yard line is where it's placed. 4th and 4 is what it'll be. Coverage here tonight, Section 8 AA football. One of 2 8 AA matchups that the Nuggets have. Their other one will be against Barnesville in the last regular season game of the season. Pitch out right side, out of the reach of Lelm, and he's going to have to just jump on that one at the 41-yard line as there was 3 white jerseys coming after it in hot pursuit. That'll be a turnover on downs after the big loss on the play.
Momentum gained, and we gave it back. We had our chances with the ball in the end zone that was dropped, and that was just a miscommunication between 2 sophomores there. I'm not sure if the pitch came out too quick for Levi or if he wasn't in the place that no one needed. But either way, that's a big negative play here to give Crookston a little bit of momentum early and put the ball back in Dota and Bowles' hands.
Stalls out a 7-yard offensive series there where the Nuggets started to get some things rolling. A 13-yard loss results in the turnover on downs. Rolling right, Dota airs this one out just right in front of him about a few yards. Coette's going to take this one, and he's forces his way forward. He didn't have a whole lot of room there, about 5 yards upfield, but he's able to lean forward for another 2 to make it a 7-yard reception on the play.
Got good read there by the quarterback, rolling out to his strong side, but found the right guy open. He could have maybe tried to force that ball down towards the first down marker, but that would have been a much lower percentage pass. So good decision, and let his receiver wiggle a little bit and have a chance to pick up a few extra yards after the catch.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 4. They'll give him 6 on that play, and that's what will put it down on the stats as well, as the Pirates have it at their own 47-yard line. I formation backfield, receiver off to each side here with the white jerseys. Handoff goes to Bowl, and he's going to be met in the backfield, and the Nuggets able to swing him around this time. It took a lot to get him down, but I tell you what, There was almost a solo tackle on that play. Great job on the surge there by the Hawley Nuggets defense.
Yeah, met again by John Vetter, who matches Bull strength and inch for inch as far as size and muscle goes. But once again, Bull fought enough that he turned a 3-yard loss into a half-a-yard loss by keeping his legs turning and falling forward, or forcing Vetter to get him to the ground by helping throw him forward as well.
Bull's got 9 carries for 106 yards here in the first half. A 3rd down and 4 it'll be for the Crookston Pirates, nearing the halfway point of this second quarter. I formation backfield, pitch out to Bull, bounces off his numbers down, and I think the Nuggets got it right around the 43-yard line. Officials will come there, and they'll say, yes, sir, Nugget football on the fumble.
All right, now take advantage of it. Let's have this ball in our hands for a few minutes here, and let's come away with at least 6 here.
Absolutely. That is much needed right now for the Nuggets to get that confidence rolling here on the offensive side. That was a defensive stop to help them out. The Pirates helping out, too, on the mishap there on that pitch out. Nuggets will have it in Crookston territory at the 43-yard line with 7:04 to play in the second quarter. Shotgun formation. Nelson will take it left side, trying to find somebody. Pressure put on, airs this one out, and it's into the hands of number 7, Olsen. Looked like it was going to be knocked loose there. The defensive pressure put on. Nelson had just enough on it to air it out. Olsen gets the reception and gets the first down as well up to the 14-yard line.
It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. Wasn't the way that Noah would have wanted to deliver it. Bradley wouldn't have wanted to have to wait for it. But what happened there on the far side of the field, we were trips formation. Stoa ran what looked to be a post route there. Olsen ran what he sold to be an out, turned it into an out and up, and that's why he was open behind the defense as they bit on the out route.
29-yard reception results in a Nugget first down into the red zone at the Crookston 14-yard line. Handoff is going to Vetter, and he just charges his way forward, lowers that shoulder right into the defense. As the result, he's able to gain 1 to the 13-yard line and make it 2nd down and 9, and that's it.
Yeah, it wasn't there, with only a 1-yard gain there, but I really do like having the 2 or 3 wide receivers out there. Not necessarily, you don't have to throw it to them, but it's just going to take a couple more guys out of the box for Vetter. If we can stay on our blocks a little longer up front, he might have a chance to, pick up bigger chunks of yards.
Trips right, receiver left, shotgun formation. They'll hand it off to Vetter again, tries to scoot left and not a whole lot doing there. Bull had the legs wrapped up and took him down on the solo tackle for the Crookston Pirates, so no gain on the play for Johnny Vetter.
Yeah, we're just not staying and sustaining those blocks up front, and Crookston is doing a fantastic job of getting down to Vetter's ankles and can't move with can't keep going with guys down around your feet.
Well, it seems like you get those big plays, Nuggets start to get some movement, get some momentum going, and the Pirates just kind of buckle down and they say no more of this, and they make some great plays the next time through. They almost take it personally on those plays where they come back and really hit you just a little bit harder. Fake the handoff. Nelson backs up, airs this one out. It's going to be a reception for Braxton. Bowe dives in for the score. Touchdown, Nuggets. 13-yard touchdown for Bowe.
Again, we're seeing growth right here now as an observer here, and hopefully the coaching staff on the sideline. Yep, it's going to be 21-6 right now, and things have seemed to slide downhill under a little bit of an avalanche. But Nelson has kept his composure, and he has put balls on the money here. We've had a couple drops, but that was another one where there was pressure up in his face, and he was able to make that step up and then deliver a ball right on the money to Bowe coming across the formation.
So that was Jack Ames, I thought it was 82, not 22. As the handoff, they're going to try for 2. The 2-point conversion is going to fail. So on your community co-op scoreboard, the Nuggets put one on the board here on a 13-yard touchdown pass from Noah Nelson to Jack Ames. 21-6 in favor of Crookston over Hawley. On YourLiveEvent.com, we're back with more from Hawley right after this.
Rural Enrichment and Counseling Headquarters, also known as REACH, Neighbors Helping Neighbors. That's their slogan, and it says it all. REACH is a multi-agency human service center that helps families and individuals with counseling, food services, and help and support during the holidays. Things such as the backpack program, food for kids during the weekend, and a holiday meal during Thanksgiving and Christmas are just a few of the things that REACH can do. Check them out at ruralenrichment.org or visit their secondhand stores in Hawley and Hendrum.
Touchdown pass, 13-yard touchdown pass. In fact, I got to stick to my guns, man. I got to be confident in my broadcast. It was Braxton Bowe. I thought it was 82.
Braxton Bowe, what do you know?
Yeah. I know he just put 6 on the board for the Hawley Nuggets off a pass from no one else, and 13-yard touchdown pass, capping off a 4-play drive that lasted just under 2 minutes. 5:20 to play here in the second quarter. Nuggets get one on the board, and that was much needed. Needed some offense rolling here in this first half of play. The way that this Crookston offense and defense has been playing, to get one on the board is huge for these guys.
Special teams play is going to be big here, and then the defensive stop, because Crookston should get the ball, I believe, to start the second half.
Cade Peterson will line this one up to the 30-yard line, is where it's going to drop into the hands of the Crookston Pirates, and nothing happening there as Tanner Geis was the one who had it, and he was upended basically a couple steps right after he got that ball. So good special teams coverage by the Hawley Nuggets.
That was Levi Lelm again. He kept his contain and stayed in his lane and was able to keep his outside arm free, shed his blocker, and then make that solo tackle on special teams.
So Crookston will have at their own 30-yard line with 5:15 to play in the first half. Stay tuned at halftime. We'll go through our halftime stats, look at the first 2 quarters of play, how things kind of run down here between the Nuggets and the Pirates in this 8AA section matchup tonight from Hawley. Handoff goes straight up the middle, and it's Bowl. He's still on his feet there. Forward motion going to stop him as they'll stuff him on the play after a gain of about 4 yards. We'll make it a 2nd down and 6, so Bowl with another gain there. 2nd and 6 it will be, up to the 34-yard line. Pirates will have it. Probably just try and burn off some time. Boy, they've been working hard up on that offensive line and defensive line, especially for the Crookston Pirates. Many of these, other than 3 players, are two-way starters for the Pirates as well. Faking the handoff, Dota. He's going to try and push his way forward, but Bigger was there to stop him. Nice stop there by the Hawley Nuggets defense. It'll be a short gain. Well, get a couple of yards as he was pushed forward a little bit.
Yeah, Bigger was unblocked on that play as tackle big number 77, Helgeson, 6'4", 290. Did I say sophomore? Impressive.
Yeah.
All right, something to build with, especially at the tackle position. But either way, he blocked down, and Bigger was able to come down the line. He didn't lose what would have been his contain line, had something come back at him, and was able to make the play on the back, grabbing the quarterback from behind. So big 3rd down play here for the Nuggets. It'd be great to get the ball back and have some opportunities here at the end of the first.
3rd and 4, it'll be at the 36-yard line for the Pirates. I formation backfield. Dota rounds it to the right side. Veteran hot pursuit. Ball's going to be, right into the hands of the intended receiver, George Whitman, falling backwards. Lelm tried to knock that ball loose. Just missed it with the hand. A great effort, but wow, what a pass right into the hands of Whitman, and a 1st down to keep this offensive series going.
John Vetter almost got home from his defensive end position, quarterback pressure, but Dota was able to get a good step into that and fire with good momentum down the field, and Lelm just let his guy behind him, which is the cardinal sin in that situation. He's got to keep the ball in front of him so he can make a play on it with his momentum coming downhill.
27-yard gain up to the 37-yard line now for the Crookston Pirates into Nugget territory. Handoff goes to Bowl. He'll spin away from a couple of would-be tacklers. Bowl was one of the first ones off of that pile. Bigger right in that area, too, for the defense, along with Sam Cluck for Hawley, who's coming off the field here, maybe shaking up a little bit with the ankle. It looked like he was coming off the pile. A gain of 4 for Bowl.
A better job that time, as we had 3 maroon and gold jerseys getting that team effort to help bring down the big running back.
21-6, Crookston with the lead here on yourliveevent.com, nearing the halfway point of this one. We got receiver off right, one over to the left side now, plus a wing. Under center, handoff goes to the man in motion, and that was Tanner Geis. Geis tried to cut his way back into the middle, and he was stuffed on that play. No gain on the play. It'll stay 6 yards away. It'll be third down now.
Yeah, it appeared to me good job by the right side of our defensive line and formation there to stay home and be there and fill those cutback lanes. I didn't see right away if Ames was coming on a blitz or if he just made a read through that through his gap there, but he was in the backfield to get a hand on the ball carrier, which might have got him thinking he needed to turn the ball upfield due to that pressure.
Third down and 6 for the Pirates. I formation backfield. Dota under center, hands it off Bowl, waiting for his blockers to establish. Now he's got plenty of room to that right side, and he is going to be knocked down at about the 10-yard line, and another big gainer for the Crookston Pirates.
Yeah, it becomes a pretty easy game when you can open up that first hole for a running back like Bowl, and he gets down the field untouched like that.
So that will be a gain of 16 yards on the play for Bowl. And another Crookston first down, their 6th of the night, 2nd of this offensive series.
Final 90 seconds here. I'd be surprised if anybody but Bowl was the main player in any of this.
Yeah, that was his 12th carry of the night. This is his 13th. He'll scoot his way forward again. And he is going to be tripped up there just enough, but not until another nice gain for the Crookston Pirates. At least 7 yards. Yeah, it'll be a gain of 7. It'll be a 2nd down and 3. So, yeah, the Pirates are threatening here. They're trying to punch another one in nearing the midway point of this game.
And I don't see any reason for Hawley to stop the clock for them or try to get the ball back at all here in this last minute with the way the first half has been going. So it's on Crookston right now to run it out and keep going to their bell cow.
They've got 2 timeouts remaining, too. Bull has a great hole on that right side. Boy, they don't need it. They don't need any timeouts. They're just going in for the score from 10 yards out. Bull scores once again his 3rd touchdown of the night to make the score 27-6 in favor of the Pirates.
You called it. Great hole there, and then he made one defender miss with a wiggle. Defender put his head down early and was grasping at air as Bull was able to go in again, and Crookston steals back any momentum that Hawley may have thought they were able to gain.
10-yard touchdown run by Bull. They'll try for the extra point kick. Dodo will hold this one. The kick by Jake Erickson is up, and that one is wide left. Wide left on the play on your community co-op scoreboard. It stays 27-6. Crookston leads Hawley with 41 seconds remaining in the first half. We'll be back with more from Dale Scholarwood Athletic Complex in Hawley on yourliveevent.com right after this.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Well, big offensive series for the Crookston Pirates. Started back at their own 30-yard line with 5:15 remaining in the second quarter. An 8-play drive capped off by a 10-yard touchdown run by Ethan Bull, his 3rd touchdown of the night. Had a 15-yard touchdown run back in the first quarter, a 49-yard touchdown run to start the second quarter. And now another, the extra point kick no good. 27-6 is our score as Erickson will tee this one up here for the Pirates.
I think the success of this run back will let us know whether or not we're going into halftime or whether we're going to take a shot.
Stock will have it at the 9-yard line is where it's going to be taken here for the Nuggets. Straight up the middle, scoots away from a couple of would-be tacklers. Now he's going to be taken down around the 27-yard line is where the ball is going to be placed here for the Nuggets. So the Nuggets at their own 27 with 34 seconds remaining in the first half. Again, stay tuned. At halftime, we'll go through some stats, look at the numbers of the first 2 quarters of play, individual and team for the Pirates and the Nuggets. Great to have you along with us for our coverage here tonight. Kurt Fillion along with Nathan Stoa bringing you the coverage. Ben Gronke is our video camera extraordinaire tonight. Getting her done. Doing a very mighty fine job. Appreciate it. As the Nuggets will get set, receiver off to that right side. Nelson will get set in the shotgun formation. Receiver left as well. Wing on each side. Lelm will come in motion to accompany running back Vetter. Nelson tries to get away from the defense, and that's not going to happen. The defense charging right through there was Clay Hansen. Did a nice job of getting that sack. Very nice defensive effort there by the Crookston Pirates. A loss of a couple on the play for Nelson. And the way things have been going, I don't think the Nuggets will even go for one more play here. We'll just go into the halftime locker room. Down 27-6 on your community co-op scoreboard. That's exactly what will happen. Halftime here in Hawley. The Nuggets trail 27-6. We're back with our halftime report on yourliveevent.com after this.
You couldn't pick a better community to be a part of. I've actually been to another college, and this one was a far better experience because of the support of the faculty and the staff here. It's just outstanding. My name is Andrew, and I'm here for my future.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
At Community Co-op, we offer our energy solutions programs to help area farm operations. Hi, this is Rocky Bruin. One of our popular programs is our fuel contracting with only 30 cents per gallon upfront payment, and our pricing programs are a couple quick reasons why you would lock in your fuel contracting price with Community Co-op. Let us help you manage your risk. Call 1-888-935-2281 and we can discuss more of your energy solutions programs from Community Co-ops of Lake Park.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Thunder Seed has over 4 generations of experience in the field. Through innovation, technology, and hard work, we put farmers first by providing high-quality products. We pride ourselves on developing quality soybean, corn, wheat, and corn silage seed for dealers and growers across our region. We are invested in being your partner throughout the full cycle of your harvest. Thunder Seed, first in the field, family-owned, and farmers first.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Second quarter completed. We are at halftime here at Dale Scallerud Athletic Complex with the Crookston Pirates leading the Hawley Nuggets by a score of 27-6. A big first half of play here for the Crookston Pirates, as you can tell, is scoring on the majority of their offensive series here, capitalizing on a turnover on downs. It was about 8 plays that the Nuggets had to start things off on a drive that went just over 3 minutes for the Nuggets and stalled out. Crookston able to take advantage of that on a 7-play drive, capping off a 15-yard touchdown run by Ethan Bull. The extra point kick was good to make it 7-0. Nuggets were trying for a punt on the second offensive series. Ended up getting sacked on the play at the 1-yard line. Turnover on downs. Next play, a 2-second drive is all it took for the Crookston Pirates to score from the Nuggets 1-yard line on a Jack Dota quarterback sneak right up the middle. The extra point kick was no good to make it 13-0 at that point. Nuggets again unable to do anything. They just punted on the next offensive series. It was a 3-and-out. Crookston able to take advantage of that. It's capping off a 5-play drive, resulting in a 49-yard touchdown run by Ethan Bull to kick off the second quarter of play. The 2-point conversion was run in by Bull as well to make it 21-0 at that point. Nuggets go back and forth a little bit, including forcing a fumble midway through that second quarter, where they were able to capitalize on that on a 4-play drive and score a 13-yard touchdown pass from Noah Nelson to Braxton Bowe. The extra point, 2-point conversion was no good, made it 21-6 at that point. And Crookston able to finish off another nice long drive that lasted just over 5 minutes late in the second quarter. 8-play drive capped off by a 10-yard touchdown run for Ethan Bull, his third touchdown of this first half. Made it 27-6 as the extra point kick went wide left and finished off this first half of play. Team totals, Crookston with 6 first downs, Nuggets with 5 in the first half. Only 3 penalties. They all came before any time ticked off the clock. In fact, it was back and forth. 2 procedure penalties against Crookston for 10 yards, 1 against Hawley for 5. And 1 turnover that was against Crookston, the fumble that they had midway through the second quarter of play. Those were the scoring drives here in this first half of play. As far as the numbers go, pretty dominant when you look at it on the Crookston side. They had 204 yards of offense compared to the 72 of the Nuggets. Only 2 yards rushing in the first half of play for the Hawley Nuggets. The Pirates were led by Ethan Bull, as you can imagine, with the 3 touchdowns. He had 14 carries for 147 yards in 2 quarters. Tanner Geis with 3 carries, 7 yards, and Jack Dota, 3 carries for 17 yards. 20 carries total for 171 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground for the Pirates. In the first 2 quarters of play, they had 3 passing plays, 2 of those complete. A 6-yarder going to Carter Coet, a 27-yarder to George Widman for 33 yards in the air for Jack Dota. As mentioned, the 23 plays of offense, 204 yards for the Crookston Pirates here this evening. For the Hawley Nuggets, they were led by John Vetter, 8 carries, 22 yards. Devon Stock with 2 carries for 4 yards. Lucas Skank with 1 carry for 4 yards. Noah Nelson, 3 carries, minus 14 yards. It was Bradley Olson, 2 carries for minus 20 yards. Jack Ames with a carry for 4 yards. And Levi Lelm with 3 carries for 2 yards. 20 carries for 2 yards for the Hawley Nuggets in the first 2 quarters of play. They had 8 passing plays, 4 of those completed by Noah Nelson, including a touchdown, a 13-yarder that went to Braxton Bowe, 18-yard reception for Levi Lelm, There was a 10-yard reception as well for Mason Groton, and it was Bradley Olson with a 29-yard reception here tonight. 4 of 8 in the air with 70 yards passing, so 24 plays from scrimmage in the first half of play for 72 yards on the Nuggets as they trail 27-6 here at halftime to the Crookston Pirates in this 8AA football contest. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more on our halftime report. The Nuggets trailing on yourliveevent.com, and a beautiful evening for some high school football. We're great to have you with us for our coverage with R&J Broadcasting Incorporated and Halstead Telephone Company.
Winter storms can create broken tree limbs and power outages. They can also create a dangerous landscape. Ice-coated power lines can continue to carry electricity whether they're sagging or on the ground. If you see low-hanging or down power lines, assume they are energized and deadly. Stay far away from them, keep others away from them, and report the location. This message from Wildrice Electric Cooperative. We care about you and your safety.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on yourliveevent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on yourliveevent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. They have the full line of Fendt, Massey Ferguson, and Challenger tractors. They have high-capacity Claas combines. They are your new Brandt dealer. Visit with them for augers, grain carts, heavy harrows, and Brandt's new vertical tillage. Ziegler Ag Equipment has Bourgault chisel plows, and they are your Amity beet equipment dealer. They have on the lot a new Wilrich 51-foot chisel plow. Call 218-784-2961. Talk with Chuck or Neil for pricing. Ziegler Ag Equipment, 218-784-2961.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Hi, this is Steve Dalen from Piper's Auction and Realty. Summer has come and gone, and the 2022 harvest season is now with us. Like the change of seasons, farmland sale prices change as well. We believe after a 2-year rise in land prices, we are now at a peak price level. If you have been thinking of a farmland sale, now is the time to act. For help with your sale, call me, Steve Dalen, at 701-893-8517.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together on an investment strategy for long-term results. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Start by giving me a call at 701-893-5648. I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
Rural Enrichment and Counseling Headquarters, also known as REACH, Neighbors Helping Neighbors. That's their slogan, and it says it all. REACH is a multi-agency human service center that helps families and individuals with counseling, food services, and help and support during the holidays. Things such as the backpack program, food for kids during the weekend, and a holiday meal during Thanksgiving and Christmas are just a few of the things that REACH can do. Check them out at ruralenrichment.org or visit their secondhand stores in Hawley and Hendrum.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Gearing up for the second half of play here as we get set for the third quarter. 27-6, Crookston leading Hawley in high school football action. As the schedule looks for these two teams, the Hawley Nuggets will have another tough one coming up here as they'll be on the road to take on West Central area Ashby next week, a 6AA team there. And as mentioned, another section opponent for the Crookston Pirates. That'll be at home for them next week when they host the Frazee Hornets. So their third and final 8AA matchup that they will have in the regular season will be coming up next week. So a lot of hard hitting, a lot of quality football we're seeing here tonight. Ethan Bowl leading the way again, as mentioned in that first half of play. He had 14 carries, 147 yards of offense, all on the ground for Ethan Bowl, and 3 of the team's 4 touchdowns. Jack Doda with the other touchdown. That was a 1-yard sneak right up the middle as they had field position right at the 1-yard line and an opportunity in that first half. So we are set to go. Kirk Fillion along with Nathan Stowe, the broadcast call here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com from Dale Scholarroot Athletic Complex. Ben Gronke, the 8th grader from Hawley, providing us with the quality of videography tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Appreciate you being with us as the line drive kick by the Nuggets to get things started is going to be covered by the Crookston Pirates at their 44-yard line. That's where they will take over offensively to start out this third quarter of play.
Confident job there done by the up man. I think Kawede, who had a reception earlier, but it's a lot of field position saved there by being able to cover that one up.
So the Pirates will get things going offensively, and they've had things going offensively, that is for sure. We'll see how they come out in the second half. Nuggets obviously hoping they cool down a little bit coming out of that, but need a little more intensity on the defensive side too for the Nuggets to be a part of that and get to some stops. Handoff goes to Bowl. Right side tries to get away from the tacklers. Boy, look at him go. He's got guys draped on his legs, on his shoulders, all over the place. He says, come with me. I'm going to take you 2 yards right over here to the right side.
Again, no gain turned into 2 yards due to his strength and his ability to keep himself moving forward. As that time it was Vetter that had him by the ankle and needed a little bit of support to bring him down. But the right side of our line, I think it was Blake Bigger, but it could have been our D tackle in there. Did a good job firing through, shedding their block. They weren't on the play side, but good energy to start the second half. Now got to maintain and continue to, put forth that effort to make plays.
Of their 20 carries in the first half, all but 6 were for Ethan Bowl. The handoff goes to Geis. Geis is going to get it this time. Give Bowl a little breather there. He'll gain straight up the gut. He'll gain about 5 yards on the play. It'll make it a 3rd down and 3.
5 yards without Bowl carrying it is always a positive, always going to be a positive for the Pirates, and it's going to help keep the Nuggets a little bit on their heels as to trying to key on a ball carrier.
So the Pirates will continue here as they'll get set out of the huddle into Nugget territory at the 49-yard line is where the ball is placed. High formation backfield, receiver off to that left side is George Widman. Handoff goes. Nope, it's going to be keeping it himself. Dota, nice job to fake out some of the defenders. Gets to the outside up to the 42-yard line. He's going to gain 7 yards on that play and gets another Pirate first down.
Good keeper, and again, if you've got the ability now, everybody keying on Bowl, and you can start to use him as a little bit of a decoy, get your quarterback moving, get your fullback moving, that's going to make the offense much harder to stop. And once again, that's going to be to the advantage of the linemen.
So first down and 10 up to the 41 is where that ball is going to be placed for the Pirates. About a couple minutes into this third quarter of play, Pirates with a commanding lead at halftime and trying to extend that command a little farther. Handoff goes right side Bowl. He's wrapped up nicely there. Very nice wrap up in the backfield, aggressively defensively by Colin Larson. Coming up the shoestring tackle there to rip down Bowl, a guy that is very, very tough to take down.
I know the scoreboard says what it does, but I like the fact that there was a little bit of positive energy there after that big play. And you know, a little bit of camaraderie on that line. Things haven't been going our way, but you got to pump each other up and you got to play this game for the guy next to you. And a little positive momentum there. The thing is going to have to do it here 3 more times in this 4-down set.
And everybody needs to step up, regardless of where that ball's going, of which side it's coming to. You got to make some hits, get some aggressive, tough play, but the Pirates offensive line is making that tough too. They're getting off the ball and doing a very nice job here this evening, as it shows on the scoreboard. Your community co-op scoreboard, 9:36 to play in the third quarter, 27-6. Crookston leads Hawley here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Pirates need to take a timeout and talk about some things and get everybody regrouped. We're back with more from Hawley after this.
You couldn't pick a better community to be a part of. I've actually been to another college, and this one was a far better experience because of the support of the faculty and the staff here. It's just outstanding. My name is Andrew, and I'm here for my future.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
Second down and 10. It'll be for the Crookston Pirates out of the timeout. They just had some little miscue there on the offense, trying to get everybody lined up and figured out where they need to go. Haven't needed a whole lot of those situations. The Pirates have really been on the same page here tonight. And the largest chapter of that book is on page 38. Ethan Bowl is the author of that chapter.
So we got twins both ways here. Is this to give Bowl more space, or are they going to try to work on some things?
Man in motion. Handoff goes to Bowl, and he is hitting the backfield again. Bounces off. Little hop there to get over. Little hurdle move there. Boy, he can blast right through you. He can hop right over you. He can spin away from you. He can do it all. Ethan Bowl getting the job done tonight. Well, it looked like it was going to be a busted play again. We've said that many times for this Crookston offense. It results in a 6-yard gain.
Yep, first contact was at or behind the line of scrimmage, which was a good read and a good play by the Nuggets, but you're coming in too high on a guy that you got to be down around his ankles.
Fake the handoff, running to the right side. Dota airs this one out, has a receiver into the grip, and he gets it. Falls down right before he gets to the end zone at the 3-yard line, so he is able to get the first down. NFL, he would have been in for the touchdown, but high school doesn't work that way. He's going to be down. George Widman, another big gainer for the Crookston Pirates here tonight.
Yeah, I believe he was able to come all the way across the formation from the near side of the field, and our safety let him go. The other safety was up playing the flood routes to the far side of the field, so big gain for Crookston here as they're right now they're opening up their playbook completely here, and they're being able to dial up some big plays through the air.
A 33-yard reception from Dota to Widman, right up the middle. Bull working his way in, extends his arm out there, and I think they might have called a
short.
Yeah, with the motion right before he could get that ball in, they blew the whistle, so it'll be a gain of 2 on the play for Ethan Bull on his 18th carry of the night. fourth carry of the second half for 10 yards. So 18 carries for 157 yards and 3 touchdowns. And knocking on the door again is the Crookston Pirates here. Second down and goal from the Nugget 1-yard line. Handoff goes. Nope, Doda's going to keep it himself. Had that lead blocker there. Doda had, I don't know if he had just enough room. They'll unpile him off there, and officials will say no, he came up a little bit short. So another nice stop there for the Hawley Nuggets. No gain on the play for Doda.
Yeah, it looked like a little option play where the option was to follow your fullback and turn him into your blocker if you pulled the handoff out of his belly, and he wasn't, Nuggets did a good job of standing up to it. I have a hard time believing that this is going to be a ball that doesn't end up in 38's hands here for a quick plunge.
High formation backfield Doda. He's just going to take it himself again. Those 1-yarders, he likes to take it, but we've got a penalty flag down over on the far side. He might have been going a little bit too quick. Might have done the Doda shuffle there with his feet right before this stepped in. It is a procedure penalty against Crookston. I don't know if it was actually Doda or not. I'm not trying to blame him. Don't come after me, Doda.
Looked like it right side of the line at the very least there, because that's where the flag came from, and that's that official's responsibility is to check that. So gives the Crookston a little bit more room, but it gives the Nuggets a little bit of breathing room here. Still have to tighten up, as 38's got a chance, got 2 chances here.
Kind of looked like he just jolted a little bit there in the backfield, the quarterback Doda, but it might have been somebody right on that line too. Regardless, it's a 5-yard penalty, the third for 15 yards tonight for Crookston, and they've only got just a little bit of time left on the play clock. Coaches see that and say we need to use our second timeout of this third quarter. Second of 3 timeouts for this second half. 27-6 on your community co-op scoreboard. 7:03 to go, third quarter. Crookston with the lead on yourliveevent.com. They're knocking on the door, a 3rd and goal from the 6 when we return to Hawley after this.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Out of the timeout that was needed to be taken because of the play clock situation for the Pirates, so they didn't get another penalty. After a 5-yard procedure penalty when they were at the 1, handoff goes to Bull. He powers his way and dives in, and I think his knee might have been down before he got in. He did. Knee was down before he could extend that ball in again on the 9th play of the drive for the Crookston Pirates. He was able to get 4 of those 5 yards back. But it'll be a 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Nuggets need a big stop here. They had a big stop on that 1st and goal from pushing it in. Another stop on that 2nd and goal.
Check that sneak.
And Doda barks it out, hands it off. Geis, and he is going to dive forward with the score. Took a little extra time for those Crookston Pirates to get it across and into the end zone, but they do it. A 1-yard touchdown run on a 4th down situation for Mr. Geis. That is Tanner Geis for Crookston. One of the many seniors they've got on this team. A lot of senior members. In fact, 8 of their 11 starters on the offensive side are seniors for Crookston. So a lot of experience for these guys as the extra point kick is up by Erickson, and that one is up and good. So on your community co-op scoreboard with 6:20 remaining in the third quarter, it is now 34-6 in favor of the Crookston Pirates. We're back with more from Hawley right after this.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
At the midway point of this third quarter, Crookston adds to their large lead here, 34-6. Some injury situations for the Hawley Nuggets coming into this game. Derek Tibbetts, who had a huge first game against Pillager in the victory 42-6, had 4 of the touchdowns in that game. A leader on the defensive side as a linebacker as well. And Alex Paulson, also a big man up on that line for the Hawley Nuggets, is out here tonight too, so a little shifting going on. And a few adjustments for the Nuggets. Reception taken by Stock at the 5-yard line. Devon Stock bounces off a one, gets almost around another there on the special teams. They'll fall forward to the 27-yard line, so a gain of 22 on the reception.
Yeah, good hard run by Stock as he looked like he was going to be bottled up by what looked as 6 white jerseys, and he was able to sneak his way through. We do have a flag here just on the other side of midfield.
See what the officials come up with here, as Nuggets definitely need to get striking right away, trailing by 28 points here. As we've got, let's see, they made the official call yet. There we go. Hold is going against the Hawley Nuggets. So this is going to go backwards after the reception. So from the 27-yard line, they're going to drop this one back 10 yards. So the second penalty for 15 yards tonight for the Hawley Nuggets. So instead they will start back at their 17-yard line is where it's going to be at. First down and 10 for the Nuggets. Receiver off to the right side. Wing on each side with the back in the backfield. That's Vetter. Under center is Nelson. And we've got somebody jumping up front there for the Hawley Nuggets. Looked like it was Blake Donner, the sophomore, getting the start here on that right side of the line. Slapping the helmet there saying, why did I do this? A penalty here against the Nuggets will be their third for 20 yards.
All right, one play at a time. Keep improving, find a new way to improve each time here. And we'll have to see. You never know what can happen, but it's got to be big picture time here for the Maroon and Gold.
Absolutely. I need some huge plays going on the offensive side. Man in motion is going to be Skank. They'll hand it off Vetter. Vetter gets a nice room. Good block by Groton on that right side, and he's taken down from behind by Bull, but not until a big gainer on the play of 20 yards for Johnny Vetter.
Helps flip field position. Some positivity here. We're going to have a timeout for an injured Crookston player on the backside over there. Looks like he's holding on to a leg there. We'll stand, and hopefully that's just a cramp.
Tell you what, that's the Nuggets' 6th first down of the night. And with Johnny Vetter's 20-yard gain right there in the first down, that almost doubled his first half numbers of 22 yards on 8 carries. He's got 20 in 1 here in this third quarter.
That was the first time, though, he wasn't contacted by multiple white jerseys within the first 2 yards of a carry. So got him a little bit of space, and then he's able to do what his talent allows him to do. His vision saw the cutback lane, and his speed and his size are going to help him finish runs. And I'm not sure there was a white jersey that wasn't just going to rely on an angle, except for number 38, who was able to come and make that a textbook fundamental tackle.
Exactly, and like you say, I mean, pretty similar in terms of frame, in terms of just how they maneuver out there. Number 6 on the Nuggets side, Vetter, and number 38 on the Crookston side in Ethan Bull, just extremely similar. It looks like they'd be, just more of the stocky. You don't have that speed, that finesse, but boy, both of them, not only do they have the power, they've got the finesse too to get down the field as quick as they did right there to stop what could have been even a bigger run by Vetter.
Yeah, both of them are gifted and have worked on good feet. Bull aids that with his time on the wrestling mat. I'm not sure if he's a spring sport guy, but definitely one of the state's best wrestlers. And Vetter is a 3-sport athlete here at Hawley, so they've worked for what they have.
Man in motion was Lelm. Now a new man in motion, Skank back to pass. Nelson airs this one out left side over the head of Skank, and that's going to be incomplete on the first down and 10 play from the 23-yard line is where that was for the Nuggets.
If my count is right, Noah has 4 incomplete passes right now. I believe that he should have 1. 3 of them should have been hauled in. Not that they had to be perfect or the situation was, but that was another one of those where that ball can be caught and then turned into positive yardage.
It'll make it a second down and 10 here for the Nuggets at their own 33-yard line. I think I said 23 before. The 33-yard line is where the ball is placed. Skank will come in motion again. Handoff goes to Vetter right up the middle. Again, some nice room there, some running room as he's going to gain 12 yards on the play. Johnny Vetter gets another Nugget first down.
Johnny, cut to the sideline. Let's get away from 38.
It's tough to do that.
No,
That is for sure.
It is, but good pursuit across the formation by Bull, but another good run, and the Nuggets are starting to get some positivity up front from the line where Vetter has a little bit of space. Now, Crookston has changed up a little of their defense. They're a little bit deeper, making sure nothing happens over the top. But still, take the positivity, take the yards, and let's keep growing.
Well, spread out the field a little bit like that on the defense. It's going to open up a little bit more space. You got the aggressive play up front. You got 5 men up front there for Crookston. You get past that initial line just like Lelm did right there. You got a little bit of space. Jumps his way forward, gets to the 45-yard line. He's going to gain 9 yards on that play. Another nice offensive play right there for the Nuggets.
All right, we're rolling a little bit with the ball, or with the ball on the ground here, but you bring up 2nd and 1 with a quarterback that should be confident right now with the ball, the plays that he's had that have been executed pretty well from his hand. Do we have play action to try for a big play here, or do we just keep churning it away with number 6?
2nd down and 1 for the Nuggets. Wings off to each side. Groton as a receiver on the bottom of your screen. Handoff goes to Vetter. Vetter's got some space. 35-30, 25-20 down the sideline. Knocked down from behind by the Pirates defense. But again, another big play, and we've got a penalty flag on the far side of the field. Might be something on the unsportsmanlike, I'm guessing, because of where it's placed nearly after the play. We'll see what they come up with on that far side, though, but penalty flag comes out regardless. And that is a very nice gain of 34 yards for Vetter.
Is that the sideline violation sign? I'm not sure what that is, but
yeah, it's something to that effect anyway, because it was way over on that other side, way away from the play, from any of the players that were there. So a 34-yard gain there for Johnny Vetter, the 3rd first down of this second half, which is their first offensive series of this second half right here. Pushes them up to the 13-yard line. Handoff goes to that left side, and that's going to be Lucas Skank.
So this is Nugget football of old here, where you're running your bell cow, and you come back through with that second man with Lucas Skank there, and he's got a hole because everybody was focused on Vetter, who's been churning up yards, and he's able to slither down to a second and short here.
2nd and 3. It'll be after a 7-yard gain, so up to the 3-yard line. Handoff goes to, I believe it's Lelm, right up the middle. Dives his way forward for 6 more. Levi Lelm, a 3-yard touchdown run for the Hawley Nuggets to get him another score on the board.
Same thing, just came back to this side, so now go for 2 here to keep chipping away, and one play at a time, but continue to keep improving with a big picture mindset.
So 7-play drive capped off by that 3-yard touchdown run by Levi Lelm. And as you mentioned, they'll go for the 2-point conversion as Groton will release to that right side as a wide receiver. Left side, Bradley Olson will go as a receiver. Shotgun formation, Vetter next to his quarterback, Nelson in the backfield. Passes this one to the right side for Groton, a little bit overthrown, and that is going to be incomplete. The 2-point conversion will fail. Community Co-op scoreboard, 3:42 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's 34-12. Crookston leads Hawley on yourliveevent.com.
At Community Co-op, we offer our energy solutions programs to help area farm operations. Hi, this is Rocky Bruin. One of our popular programs is our fuel contracting with only 30 cents per gallon upfront payment, and our pricing programs are a couple quick reasons why you would lock in your fuel contracting price with Community Co-op. Let us help you manage your risk. Call 1-888-935-2281 and we can discuss more of your energy solutions programs from Community Co-ops of Lake Park.
3:42 to play, 3rd quarter. As mentioned, a 7-play drive. Lasted about 2.5 minutes for the Nuggets, so able to get some decent big plays. In fact, 3 of those carries for the Nuggets, all for Johnny Vetter, a 20, 12, and a 34-yard gainer. The only 3, actually Lelm had one in the first half, a 12-yard gain, but I was going to say 3 of 4 double-digit gains that the Nuggets have seen here tonight. So you mentioned that, Nathan. They needed that. They needed big plays in that drive, and that's exactly what they did, and they did it in pretty short fashion to get it down the field pretty quick.
Yeah, they did it, but it's again, it's that big picture mentality right now here. I mean, you're not going to come back in this game unless you're showing improvement on the line and you're starting to get a few more bigger chunk plays and to get going behind your senior running back. But, so if the big plays come, but it's still got to be that improvement along the offensive line, that improvement, right now with, snaps and whatever it has to be. But now it's going to have to turn around, and the defense is going to have to do it and find a way to get better each possession.
Cade Peterson, the senior, will boot this one away. A little squib kick right up the middle. Roll to the 27-yard line where it's taken by the Pirates right side. They're going to be tackled there. Nice job on the special teams by Lucas Skank. Stay low and make the tackle on that play, as it was Ethan Bowman who was on the reception for the Crookston special teams.
Yep, another shot down through his lane on the special teams coverage, and then was able to, like you said, go low. Lucas is usually low to the ground, but that was a nice job, good job tackling, getting down low around the ankles, so the ball carrier had no choice.
So Crookston will take over at their own 31-yard line. Started at their own 44 to kick off this second half. Had a nice 10-play drive that resulted in a 1-yard touchdown run on a 4th down situation to boot. As the first handoff goes straight up the middle for the Pirates. Bull only able to gain 1 yard.
Yeah, pile made there. The hole was closed up, and Bull had no choice but try to go over it. And by that time, he was able to be brought down. So a nice, it's a 1-yard gain, but that's a positive play for the Nuggets as it keeps Crookston, in a long situation here on second down.
Yeah, considering the fact Bull's got, with that 1-yard gain now, 162 yards on 20 carries. I would take a 1-yard gain. Definitely. Handoff goes to the man in motion coming through. We got some penalty flags coming in. Nuggets do a nice job of closing out there. Awesome job by Jack Ames to come up with that tackle, containing on the outside. We'll see what the laundry's all about here.
I think Blake Bigger's going to be held just like I thought he was early in the first half on that touchdown. So it was much the same this time on the jet sweep action. He was unable to get his arm free, but in the same time, he did a good job of trying to stay in his contain, and it forced the jet sweep man to bubble out a little bit more, and that's what led to Ames and Skank coming in there to make that play.
4th penalty of the night for the Crookston Pirates for 25 yards, will result in a 2nd down and 19 to go after that short gain on the play for the Pirates. That was Tanner Geis on the 1-yard gainer. And down to the 20-yard line is where Crookston will have it, 2:42 to play.
So Hawley's deciding to take the down and not the penalty.
All right. They're saying, let's wipe that off.
So be 3rd and 9 here for the Pirates, back at the line of scrimmage, as opposed to, 2nd and much longer here. So we'll see if that choice pays off here, if the Nuggets can stiffen up and make one more play here and force the Pirates to punt.
I like that. I like seeing that. That's trust in your defense. That that you've come up with a couple of big plays already. You stop their big man on a 1-yard gain. Geis with that's actually no gain on that last play is what it's going to come to be. So a 3rd down and 9 for the Crookston Pirates. Dig in deep here for the Nuggets defense. Back to pass. Dota, pressure put on. Vetter coming after him, almost able to get a hand up. Ball's intercepted by Lelm. That's what you like to see for the defense, trusting the defense, and they pull through for you. Levi Lelm with the interception.
Johnny Vetter had the pressure, did give up his contain just a little bit there, and let the quarterback get out free to get a decent throw off, but Lelm that time still let the receiver get behind him, but had a better read on the ball, which was more of a line drive toss this time, and was able to turn it over. So see what the Nuggets can turn this possession into as they look to cut into this, 22-point lead.
So an interception there for Levi Lelm. Turnover against the Crookston Pirates. Their 2nd of the night. They had a fumble earlier on that went to the Nuggets. So 2:27 to play in this 3rd quarter. Nuggets will take over at their own 45-yard line. Another great opportunity for these guys. Lelm comes in motion. Handoff goes to Bradley Olson. He's going to take it straight up the middle, spun around a couple of times. They spun him forward to get him a couple 2 yards extra there to make it a 2nd down and 7.
Yep, they had Nelson out on the far sideline there, so they went more of that old whatever Auburn or whoever brought it back, the single wing, but they called it the Wildcat, so you got a little of that going on here as Nelson's still in the huddle calling the plays, and we'll see who takes the snap here. It's going to be Olson as Nelson is heading over towards the Crookston sideline.
Receivers off to each side for the Nuggets. Shotgun formation here. Olsen's still back there. Lelm will come in motion again. Olsen will take it himself right side. Nice block by Vetter initially, and now wrapped up in the backfield. Good solo tackle by Geis for Crookston. And that's going to be a loss of a few on the play for Olsen. So that'll make it a 3rd down and 10 here for the Nuggets. Again, needing some big plays here, trailing 34-12. Just over a minute to play in the 3rd quarter. Wrapping off a nice offensive series to get a touchdown, then an interception after a penalty that was declined, making it a 3rd and 9. They could have had a 2nd and 19, trusting that defense, and they came through for Coach Nats. Looking to air this one out. Nelson pass slips through the hands of Groton, incomplete. The defense was there. That one looked like it was pretty darn close to where exactly it needed to be to get it away from the defense, and just slips through the hands of the intended receiver, Groton.
Yeah, if he hauls that one in, I think we got 6, and we've chopped into this lead a little bit, but now we're 4th and 10 as another ball that was about delivered as well as it could have been from Nelson. So positives coming out of this situation right now is I think Noah's had the best game of his career right now throwing the ball. He's been very accurate. He just hasn't always been helped out by his receivers.
So they're going to go for it, 4th and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Have to late in this 3rd quarter, down 34-12. Dropping back, there's Skank from motion. Looking past right side. Nelson airs this one out. Nice spiraling pass. Groton with the grab. Gets it. With his feet in bounds. There were. Oh, my goodness. What a pass and what a catch by the Nuggets on a 4th and 10.
Was the Dumb and Dumber line way to totally redeem yourself? There's Mason Groton coming back and making a good play on the ball that was really well covered, but he played the ball in the air and was able to get that half-extended arm, which is legal, and give himself just enough space to come to get 2 hands on the ball and high point it well. So big momentum play, and once again, Nelson put the ball on the money. This time he was helped out by his receiver.
That was huge for the Nuggets into Crookston, the red zone we're at. Man in motion, Skank, handoff goes to Vetter, and he's going to power his way forward for a gain of 3 up to the 12-yard line. Will make it a 2nd down and 7. You can feel that momentum onto the Nuggets side here late in this 3rd quarter.
Well, let's go back on that one just for our viewers that are out there. That high school and the college level, I think he got both feet in bounds, but at the high school and the college level, Grattan only has to come down and get 1 foot in bounds as opposed to the NFL rules where he's going to have to get 2 feet in bounds. So that might have been part of what aided that play and its success, though, depending on how the grade of the field worked down there. I thought he was good either way.
2nd and 7. Nelson going to try and keep it himself. Rolled out there, and as he did, the defense had plenty of time to get secure and get set to make that stop. So nothing doing, no gain on the play for Noah Nelson, and that will put an end to our 3rd quarter of play. After 3 complete, it's Crookston 34, Hawley 12 on your community co-op scoreboard. We're back with more in the 4th quarter coming your way next in 8A AA football. The Nuggets and the Pirates right after this.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
We get set for the 4th quarter of play after an exciting end of the 3rd quarter on a huge passing play that was a 40-yard pass from Noah Nelson on a 4th and 10 situation from their own 45-yard line. Got it up to the 15-yard line. A grab by Mason Groton, keeping the feet just in bounds as he was coming down. The defense right next to him. Great concentration, aired out perfectly right into the hands of the receiver. And like you've mentioned throughout the game here, Nathan, we've seen a lot of that tonight from Noah Nelson. You can see his confidence is there. Just needs those receptions to get pulled in.
Yep, yeah, he's been let down a few times there. We had to play in the end zone early, which could have changed the game. Stock dropped one early as well. So, yeah, just being able to, it's got to be connected on both ends. And right now, based on who I see on the sideline and what I think I see on the field, will be flex. So one wide receiver with the tight double wing here to come out on a big 3rd and 8 play.
3rd and 7 it will be from the 13-yard line is where it's placed. Handoff, nope, Nelson fakes. Going right side, airs this one out into the hands of, let's see who that was.
Levi Lelm.
Lelm gets the reception and dives in for the score. A 13-yard touchdown pass from Nelson to Lelm.
Kept his composure in the rollout, didn't tuck it too early to run, gave Lelm a chance to come across the formation, and he picked the right receiver. I believe it was Braxton Bowe that was in the back corner of the end zone, which would have been a much tougher pass, and I think he had 2 white jerseys around him, whereas Lelm was able to come over, make the catch, and then find his way a couple more steps into the end zone.
So it is another score here for the Nuggets as they get back on the board, 34-18, trying for 2 more. Lelm steps his way in. Did he get in? I think he's going to be a little bit short. He's about a yard short on that play, so the Pirates able to come up with the stop on the 2-point conversion as that will fail. With 11:53 to play in the game, it's 34-18. Crookston leads Hawley on your Communities Co-op scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Well, the Nuggets chipping away like they need to do. 34-18 they trail. So we're down to a 2-possession ball game now.
And now we'll see, they cook anything up on special teams, or are we going to, look for that? The squib kick has been the recipe so far today. Is it going to be a squib kick that might be a little more aimed at a front guy that they see taken off a little bit early, or are we going to work for a little bit more field position and trust the defense to come up with another stop?
I'm watching those front men on the special teams here for Crookston. They're huddling together before the Nuggets get set with the kickoff. I'm sure they're talking about be aware, be ready, keep your head up, and be watching for that ball.
Hands team is out there, a couple extra wide receivers, but
line drive kick will squib all the way back to the 15-yard line where it is taken by Bowl. Bowl tries to get back into the middle, and that's where he's going to be taken down by a host of Hawley Nuggets. But he will make it all the way up to the 33-yard line, and that's where Crookston will take over here in the fourth quarter.
I'll take that back. It wasn't the hands team, but it was an extra wide receiver on the field as they went back to what they have left of week one's kickoff team there. We've got some healthy bodies, so I was fooled.
They'll take it, though, I bet.
Yeah.
They like being called that.
Yep.
Absolutely. Wish I was called that back in the day.
Trusted for your hands?
Yeah, something like, that wasn't the case. That was more water boy.
Hey.
With a jersey and pads on.
Well, yeah, but those water bottles can be slippery. You got to hold on.
Yeah. It helped.
Condensation.
Exactly. Especially when it's humid out. I formation. No, shotgun formation. We're going
single
to
wing.
There we go. Bull with it. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to be stopped again by the Hawley Nuggets defense. Not allowing anything to happen.
I was a little worried about your high school career there, and I didn't pay attention to the fact that Bull was back there. But Jack Ames started pointing and getting his defense organized out there from the middle linebacker position, which is a lot on the shoulders of a sophomore. But Jack's got a football mind. He's a competitive kid. The only thing negative about him is his favorite NFL team. But after that, he's played a lot of football, and he's trusted right now to lead this defense.
On the defense, we'll definitely have to come up with some big-time stops here. Back under center is going to be Dota, I formation backfield this time. with the receiver off right. They'll hand it off. Bull, he's going to be tripped up in the back. He gets away from a couple of tacklers to the left side, and he is going to get the first down and more. Near midfield is where he's going to be knocked out of bounds, but boy, another huge gainer there for the Crookston Pirates. Something out of nothing. This time it's a 16-yard gain for Ethan Bull.
Well, the fourth or fifth time that first contact has come behind the line of scrimmage or at the very worst at it, and Bull has been able to shake free. That time we went low. Just did not have enough to wrap up those ankles and bring him down.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where it's just the timing. I wish one of my teammates was able to get there just a little bit quicker to finish this off, because you just feel like you got it, and all of a sudden you're just deflated. As they get up to the 50-yard line, Dota looked like he kind of muffed that snap a little bit, and the Nuggets are there to accompany him and help him go down, going in the backfield. A loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, it looked like he was looking for that triple option, or at least dive option situation, and nobody came for him to option with. So loss of 1 wrapped up by Vetter as he came up off his D-end position and held that contain and came down the line to find the quarterback who was looking for his buddies.
2nd down and 11 for the Pirates, with receivers off to each end. In the power I formation in the backfield, Dota under center. He'll hand it off to Geis. And Geis is going to be able to get that yard back and maybe 1 extra one. A gain of 2 on the play for Tanner Geis.
3rd and long after that long run by Bull to give him the fresh set of downs. He took a couple plays off, so he's back onto the field here in third and long. And if the Nuggets are going to have a good chance to get the ball back here, this is a big play, because I have a hard time believing Crookston's going to mess around and not try to play a field position game here. So big play for Hawley.
3rd and 9 it will be. Football is placed at the Hawley 49-yard line. Man in motion coming as Geis. Handoff goes to Bull. Bull to the outside. Tries to scoot back into the middle. Trips initially. And, boy, he's still on his feet. He gets all the way up to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 14 when all he needed was 9. And that will move the chains for the Crookston Pirates.
Yep, first contact that time was right around the 45-yard line. Lelm shot through, but was grasping at a little bit of shin and more air as Bull was able to put a wiggle on him.
So up to the Nuggets 35 is where Crookston will have it, in control with just under 9 minutes to play in the game. 34-18 they lead here on yourliveevent.com. All home games for Hawley Nugget Athletics you can catch here. Brought to you by Halstead Telephone Company, R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, and the sponsors that you've seen throughout this broadcast. Handoff goes to Bull again, and Bull is able to get another nice 5-yard gain there, which the way he's been playing tonight, he's probably not happy with 5 yards.
Getting greedy.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll go back to that play before when Lelm came through. There's a spot where a sophomore was in the right place, but there's a difference between that D1 football recruit and that sophomore in his first start under the lights. You know, being in the right spot is great. That next step is going to be able to make that play or hold him up long enough for your teammates to get there. Levi will get there eventually.
Dota's going to take it on the left side from the 30-yard line. Tries to spin away from a couple of would-be tacklers there. Skank was one of the first ones there defensively. Lelm also on the attack. Not Lelm, it was 64. I thought that was 14.
Blake
Bigger. There we go. Bigger there on the tackle as well. So a nice job on the containment there, only allowing a couple of yards. It'll make it a 3rd down and 2 here for the Pirates.
Yeah, Bigger's a physical kid, and he's figuring things out. Another sophomore that's being counted on heavily here for the Nuggets to start opposite Vetter at that right defensive end.
So 3rd down and 2. Another big 3rd down play here for the Crookston Pirates in their I formation. Dota under center. He'll hand it off. This is going to Geis. Geis straight up the middle. He's got some room. Gets away from a couple of would-be tacklers. In for the score. Doesn't look like any penalty flags are down, so that is going to be a 27-yard touchdown run for Tanner Geis.
Yeah, good run. Went straight on the dive play there, and he made a safety miss and was able to go in for 6 pretty much untouched.
7-yard touchdown run by Tanner Geis. And the extra point kick is on the way for the Crookston Pirates. As Goda will hold this one, Erickson will get set with the boot, and this one is going off to the left, but it made it through the uprights, so that will make it a 41-18 lead for the Crookston Pirates. 41-18 on your Community Co-op scoreboard, 7:10 to play in the game on yourliveevent.com. We're back with more from Hawley right after this.
Thunder Seed has over 4 generations of experience in the field. Through innovation, technology, and hard work, we put farmers first by providing high-quality products. We pride ourselves on developing quality soybean, corn, wheat, and corn silage seed for dealers and growers across our region. We are invested in being your partner throughout the full cycle of your harvest. Thunder Seed, first in the field, family-owned and farmers first.
Back out of the touchdown here for the Crookston Pirates, capping off a 7-play drive, lasting just over 4 minutes for Crookston. A 27-yard touchdown run for Tanner Geis. Extra point kick was good to make it 41-18. Geis, not many carries here tonight. That was his 8th carry. Had 7 yards at halftime. He had 8 more yards prior to that, for a total of 42 yards on the ground on those 8 carries, and now that 1 touchdown, as Bowles got 3 touchdowns. And Jack Doda with the other 1-yard sneak there in that first half. Kick goes to Olson at the 15-yard line, and he's going to sneak forward up to about the 27 is where he's going to be taken down, so that's where the Nuggets will have it with 7:04 to play in the game.
Okay, looks like by personnel going in and off here, looks like the Nuggets are going to come out and work on the trips formation. Check that, Olsen came off, so maybe it's twins with some subs going on here.
So Nuggets will have it. They'll put it at the 28-yard line, first down and 10.
Oh, will be trips. I missed Olsen. He stayed on the field. Somebody fooled me.
There we go. Trips left with the receiver off to that right side. Nelson looking to air this one out. Tries to go for Olsen. It was a little bit underthrown there as he saw the number 5 for Crookston, George Widman, in the coverage. Widman was just kind of lurking in the distance, waiting, and he was looking to take that step forward if he was going to place it on the numbers. I think Widman had a pretty good line to come and pick that one off, but incomplete instead.
Yeah, Crookston's gonna have to take some underneath stuff here, and make Crookston impatient if you're gonna throw, because they've got a pretty good umbrella coverage. Those safeties are sitting way back, so some of those slant routes and things like that are gonna come with immediate pressure on the catch.
2nd and 10, stops the clock, 7:01 to play in the game. The trips left, and that receiver off to the right. Looking right side, this one was knocked there on the play, and it's going to be intercepted at the 49-yard line. The Crookston Pirates, Rylan Lubarski, or did they say he trapped it? They did. They said he trapped it on that play. So the benefit for the Nuggets, even though it was an incomplete pass and the pressure put on, it'll be incomplete instead of an interception.
Did you have that one tipped at the line of scrimmage? I was watching the routes.
Yeah, it was tipped on his arm.
So
one of the defenders came and got him.
Yep, so on that one, if the referees deemed that to be a tipped ball, then I believe pass interference goes out the window or after that once the ball's been contacted by a defender. So that might be part of the reason why there was a lot of contact downfield that went unflagged.
Yeah, definitely got knocked on that play from the pressure on the Crookston Pirates. That one was kind of a duck going through the air. As a shotgun formation, Lelm will come in motion from left to right, looking to pass this one out, and it's almost to one of the linemen there that was coming over to set up for a block. Skank able to get it right at the last moment. Tyler Garai was almost right into his hands. Wondering why this ball was coming to me, and all of a sudden Skank comes from out of nowhere to get that ball.
Yeah, it was a well-timed screen. I think it had plenty of yards in front with Crookston in the defense that they were in. Had enough linemen bite on it. Just Lucas has to catch the ball and keep his feet there in order to find the yards the play was designed to get.
So a 3-yard reception brings it up to the 30-yard line, but a 4th down and 7 now for the Nuggets midway through this 4th quarter of play. And it'll be a punting situation. Olsen will boot this one away, and he got knocked down as they booted it, so penalty flag is down. That one rolls to the 50.
It's going to have to be roughing based on where his follow-through was at. I can't believe it's going to be running into based off of the fact that he didn't have a chance to plant. Yep, personal foul.
So it will be a personal foul going against the Crookston Pirates. So they will get the first down as the result. So nice bailout there from the Pirates to the Hawley Nuggets. It'll be their 4th penalty for 30 yards. That one a 15-yarder, moving it up to the 45-yard line.
Yep, and in the long run, both teams there, when it comes to film, will have something to talk about because the guy that roughed Olsen came through pretty clean and untouched, and the Crookston staff will be like, son, why are you coming anywhere near the punter? Look at the scoreboard.
And why aren't you blocked?
Blocked punts are fun, but we got to make sure we're playing the game smart.
Receiver coming in motion. Lelm will go up to the top, looking right side. Nelson, his pass going to Vetter. Vetter gets some good blocks to the 50, 45, 40. Little stutter step there, knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. That'll be good for a first down and a 13-yard gain for the Hawley Nuggets.
Play call there was they went to the screen that didn't work prior to the penalty. This time they faked the screen to Lucas Skank, who was a little bit more out in the flat on the near side of the field, and Johnny Vetter from his fullback position snuck into the middle of the field where they were running the screens. They wanted to run the screen, so Skank is a decoy there, well set up play, ball delivered, and good blocking down the field. Loved how Lucas from the fake position got in front of Vetter to give him a little extra help down the field too.
So that'll get him it was a 19-yard gain on that play to Vetter. Nelson airing this one out, has a receiver, Mason Groton. Oh, off the hands and down right at the last second. The defense gets there. Ethan Bowman to swat it away, but another nicely placed ball by Noah Nelson into the hands of Groton, but there to stop that one was the senior at 5'8", Ethan Bowman, getting his paw on it.
So that's one of those where I'm not sure if Mason could have gone up and high-pointed that one or not a little bit better, but good job by Bowman not to quit on the play and to come through and rake down as soon as the ball hit Gratton's hands. So well-defended play despite the fact that he allowed Gratton to get behind him. He didn't quit on it and was able to come up with the pass deflection.
Yeah, definitely got there just in the nick of time. 2nd down and 10. That one almost over the head of Nelson, able to scoop it up. Pass to the left side for Olsen is a little bit short. Trying to get his footing there in the backfield too. You got guys that are pressuring you. You get that ball snapped a little bit high. You don't have a lot of time to get that pass. So a good effort on both parts, on the receiver and also the quarterback, but incomplete pass makes it a 3rd down and 10 now from the Crookston 36.
Trips personnel here on 3rd and 10. Obviously the Nuggets aren't in a situation where they're going to punt based on where the ball is right now. So see if they can find a connection here.
Receiver left. 2 off to that right side for the Nuggets. Blocks are made here. Nelson doesn't have enough time. Bowl comes in there and blasts him at the 45-yard line. And that is going to be a loss of 9 yards on the play.
I'm not even going to say next year we're going to wait 2 weeks in a situation like that where he can just get rid of that ball and save the yards, but that's going to be part of the growth on that one. He's currently telling Coach Schmidt right now they didn't think he could get his arm loose and still protect the football, I believe, but the wrong guy. That's the wrong guy to try to break a tackle from. So
exactly.
See what they've got here on 4th and what, 20? 18.
Yeah, 4th and 18 it'll be here for the Nuggets. But yeah, probably it's a smart decision, I think, for Nelson on that one. Like you say, Bull is just so aggressive, and you try and make a pass there and deflect that ball before you can get in motion. Pass goes to the right side. Groton breaks a few, gets beyond the 1st down marker, and he'll get up to the 23-yard line. So that is a great reception there for the Hawley Nuggets.
Big picture view here. All right, threw it short, but Mason's still working hard to find extra yardage in there and get across the sticks. But I loved how Devon Stock stayed on that play and came in. I don't think his block became incredibly relevant there, but he was still trying to get that last guy off of Gratton as he worked for the 1st down. So Nuggets are still playing hard. Big picture view is to keep improving.
22-yard reception there from Nelson to Gratton, his 3rd reception tonight for 72 yards. Looking downfield, this one into the hands of Stock, and he's going to get that. Devon Stock going to dive forward to try and get that ball, and he does. That's going to be another 14-yarder.
That was a low throw, but that was the only place that it was a safe ball to put on there for Stock. He was able to go on and get it. That ball's up, and he's got to reach for it. He's going to take on a big hit. First down there, another well-delivered ball by Nelson.
First and goal up to the 7, actually, make it the 9-yard line is where the ball is placed. First down and goal for the Nuggets.
Couple fade opportunities, a slant, or maybe run Vetter with some space.
Handoff goes Vetter, trying to go straight up the middle. Had guys tugging on his jersey. He got to the 5-yard line, and just beyond that, up to about the 3-yard line is where he's going to be knocked down on the 10th play of this offensive series. And that'll gain 6 on the play. Make it a second and goal from the 3-yard line.
So personnel change here. Looks like we're going back to the tight double wing here. Out of the shotgun, though.
Shotgun formation. Second down and goal from the 3-yard line. Nelson looking for something. He's going to be pressured, put on Bull initially, and he got away from him momentarily and gave plenty of time for his teammates to come in and get the tackle on the play. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. Make it a third and goal from the 5-yard line.
Now that one went south from the snap because, once again, the shotgun snap wasn't delivered clean. It's one thing to have to go up near your face mask or to go get one, but it's another thing to have to be 6'4", 6'5", and go down around your ankles and still try to see the receivers through pressure. So that's definitely an area that Hawley can clean up moving forward.
Receivers off to each end. Nelson drops back, tries to air this one into the middle, and just threads it through the fingertips of the intended receiver, Olsen, in the end zone. Incomplete. Make it a 4th down and goal now from the 5-yard line. His 21st passing attempt here tonight. That was the 12th play of this offensive series for the Hawley Nuggets. They've been getting it down the field nicely, but it's taken up a lot of time on the clock, too, with 2:28 to play in the game, trailing 41-18. Nuggets need a score here, that is for sure. Otherwise, you can pretty much count this one out of reach. As Nelson barks it out, and he'll look in the end zone looking for somebody. Nobody there as the pressure put on. The coverage by the Crookston Pirates results in a turnover on downs as they're able to tackle Nelson in the backfield. Another loss of a couple, and a loss of possession as well for the Nuggets.
That's one where he's just got it. 4th down, if you can't get to the pylon yourself, you got to give your receivers a chance, even if it's a small percentage chance, because taking the sack is going to be the automatic turnover.
So Crookston will take over at their own 7-yard line with 2:21 remaining in the ball game. 41-18, Crookston with the lead. And just have to hold on to the football and just keep the possession rolling here to come away with a victory on the road and a big section victory for Crookston as Bull will barrel his way forward. And he is going to gain 10 for the first down in that first play of offense in this drive.
Impressive night for Bull here. I don't know that he's necessarily needed right now with 2 minutes to go in a multi-score game, but what a fantastic effort, and one of the we've seen tonight. If not the best running back in our section, he's definitely going to be on the incredibly short list for that honor.
So first down and 10 it'll be for the Pirates as they'll slowly make their way up to the line, burn some more time off the play clock and the game clock, which is more important, of course, as the running back Tanner Geis is going to gain a few yards on the play, maybe even more than that. He'll gain about 5 on that play. 6 yards for Tanner Geis. Make it 2nd and 4. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have our post-game report. We'll go through the numbers of this one. Some individual stats. We'll name some players of the game as well, brought to you by Enbridge and RDK Enterprises. That'll be on the way for you here on yourliveevent.com. Talk about the upcoming schedule for these two teams of what's to come as we get towards the midway point of the regular season already for these guys. It'll be next week. Goes by fast when you only have the 8 games as a handoff goes straight up the middle for the Pirates. And this is going to Carter Coet. And Couette is going to gain a few yards on that play. Give him 3. And it should just be one more play to go here for the Crookston Pirates to cap it off and come away with the victory. This will be win number 1 on the year for the Crookston Pirates as they came in 0-2 with a couple of tough opponents, Osakis and Barnesville, to get the season started. They will just kneel this one down, and that will do it. On your community co-op scoreboard, final score: Crookston defeats Hawley 41-18 in Hawley here tonight on yourliveevent.com, and a big Section 8 AA matchup this evening. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Our post-game report is coming up next on yourliveevent.com.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Winter storms can create broken tree limbs and power outages. They can also create a dangerous landscape. Ice-coated power lines can continue to carry electricity whether they're sagging or on the ground. If you see low-hanging or down power lines, assume they are energized and deadly. Stay far away from them, keep others away from them, and report the location. This message from Wild Rice Electric Cooperative. We care about you and your safety.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on yourliveevent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on yourliveevent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Ziegler Ag Equipment, Highway 9 North Ada. They have the full line of Fendt, Massey Ferguson, and Challenger tractors. They have high-capacity Claas combines. They are your new Brandt dealer. Visit with them for augers, grain carts, heavy harrows, and Brandt's new vertical tillage. Ziegler Ag Equipment has Bourgault chisel plows, and they are your Amity beet equipment dealer. They have on the lot a new Wilrich 51-foot chisel plow. Call 218-784-2961. Talk with Chuck or Neil for pricing. Ziegler Ag Equipment, 218-784-2961.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Here, when your future lies ahead, we help set you on the right course. When your whole world is about to change, we help you prepare for your new life. When staying healthy means staying informed, we help you find answers. This is perseverance, understanding, connection. These are remarkable people doing remarkable things together.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Hi, this is Steve Dalen from Piper's Auction and Realty. Summer has come and gone, and the 2022 harvest season is now with us. Like the change of seasons, farmland sale prices change as well. We believe after a 2-year rise in land prices, we are now at a peak price level. If you have been thinking of a farmland sale, now is the time to act. For help with your sale, call me, Steve Dalen, at 701-893-8517.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Hi, I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. Let's work together on an investment strategy for long-term results. While you can't control market volatility, you can control your financial future. Start by giving me a call at 701-893-5648. I'm Tony Dalen, an Edward Jones financial advisor. 701-893-5648. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's JERRID.
Rural Enrichment and Counseling Headquarters, also known as REACH, Neighbors Helping Neighbors. That's their slogan, and it says it all. REACH is a multi-agency human service center that helps families and individuals with counseling, food services, and help and support during the holidays. Things such as the backpack program, food for kids during the weekend, and a holiday meal during Thanksgiving and Christmas are just a few of the things that REACH can do. Check them out at ruralenrichment.org or visit their secondhand stores in Hawley and Hendrum.
Final score for tonight's action, it is the Crookston Pirates defeating the Hawley Nuggets 41-18 here this evening. A big night for Ethan Bull on the Crookston side, carrying the way for the Pirates on the offense. Had 25 carries of their 43. He had 207 of their 283 yards on the ground here tonight. Tanner Geis with 9 carries, 48 yards. And 8 carries for 25 yards for Jack Dota. It was 3 touchdowns for Ethan Bull, 2 for Tanner Geis, and Jack Dota had the other 1 for the Crookston Pirates here tonight. Did air it out 5 times, went 3 for 5 in the air with an interception. That was Dota, had 66 yards. So total offense, 48 plays for the Crookston Pirates for 349 yards of offense here this evening. For the Hawley Nuggets, they were led on the ground by Johnny Vetter with 13 carries for 97 yards. He had 97 of their 83, 34 carries for 83 yards total. Devon Stock, 2 carries for 4. Lucas Skank, 2 carries for 11. Noah Nelson, 7 carries, minus 27 yards. Bradley Olson, 4 carries, minus 20 yards. Jack Ames with a carry for 4 yards and 5 carries for 14 yards for Levi Lelm. Touchdown for Lelm on the ground here tonight in terms of the offense. The other 2 touchdowns came from the air from Noah Nelson. Had 21 attempts, 9 completions here tonight, 181 yards in the air with 2 touchdowns. Total offense for the Nuggets, 55 plays, 264 yards of offense here tonight. They come with the loss. They drop to 1-2 with the loss here tonight to the Crookston Pirates. Pirates get their first victory of the year and improve to 1-2 with the win, 41-18. And you just look at the performance here tonight, Nathan. Just the fact that Bull was just tough both sides of the ball. I mean, offense, defense. He was tough to stop on the offensive side, and he was tough to get around on the defensive side. But his teammates just kind of fed off of that energy here tonight.
Yeah, there's a reason why the the college up in Grand Forks would like him to come play football for him. I mean, he's really good on both sides of the ball, and he's been carrying the load for them for a few years, and the line did a good job for him tonight, and he had himself a heck of a ball game, which they need to have happen if they're going to be successful. But once he gets rolling, they did a good job tonight of mixing it up with the fullback and a couple of their other players, ball carriers. And so it's when you got a guy like that you're really keying on, and then they can mix it up a little bit more than they've been able to do in the past, they become a much more effective and efficient offense.
A tough one here tonight for the Nuggets, having to shift around a few things too. I mean, not that you have excuses with it, but it definitely makes a difference when you've got some leaders that were out tonight with Tibbetts and Paulson and shuffling around some younger players, giving them the opportunity here tonight too, which is a good experience, especially against some quality players and especially some size that they saw up front tonight.
Absolutely. And, first time under the lights in those situations for a couple of those guys, Gunnar Fleming, Levi Lelm, Lucas Skank with a little bit more added expectations tonight. But again, we talked before the game that you'd much rather have this happen in week 3 so that you can build depth and have guys that have gotten some experience as you roll towards the playoff times. And I thought the biggest thing I saw on offense that was an improvement here tonight was I thought maybe two passes that Nelson would want back. I mean, he's going to be more critical than we're going to be of him, but I thought he just needed to be helped out a little bit more by his receivers, but I thought we saw some growth. So with that big picture view and how we improve and move towards the playoffs and more meaningful games down the road, I thought he played the best game of his career. I thought he had 3 or 4 passes that were dropped that were delivered really well, and I thought he showed a little bit more poise and composure against some of that pressure throughout the game. I'm sure there's going to be a couple of those late sacks that they're going to be learning moments, but if you went into the season and not expecting learning moments for a sophomore quarterback, then I don't know what to tell you. So I thought he played a really, really good ball game, and I thought he gave his receivers chances at many different quite a few different times. The key is going to be that he needs to stay clean back there. And, so that's going to come down to that line keeping him clean so he can deliver the passes. And then same is true of the line opening up holes. We saw times early where Vetter was contacted real close to the line of scrimmage or behind. When he got a little bit of running room, he turned those plays into very positive yardage in the second half.
Along with the team totals we saw in terms of yards, the Nuggets ended with 13 first downs compared to the Crookston 11. Penalty situation, 3 for 20 yards on the Nuggets side, 4 for 30 for Crookston to finish off here tonight. No turnovers for the Nuggets, a couple against Crookston, a fumble and an interception. 41-18, final score. Crookston gets the victory here tonight over the Hawley Nuggets. You heard it and saw it live on yourliveevent.com. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more on our post-game show right after this.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
You couldn't pick a better community to be a part of. I've actually been to another college, and this one was a far better experience because of the support of the faculty and the staff here. It's just outstanding. My name is Andrew, and I'm here for my future.
It feels like you're at a bigger university. Right now I won't have any debt, and I might even gain a little extra money through scholarships. There's so many job opportunities. My name is Emily, and I'm here for my future.
Back here on our post-game report, 41-18, Crookston gets the victory over the Hawley Nuggets here tonight. Joining us in our post-game report, Peter Natz, head coach of the Hawley Nuggets, joining us here after the loss to the Crookston Pirates on Friday night. But, a quality team you see here tonight. And I know we talked before the game the fact that you had to shuffle around a few guys and get some new younger players in the different positions, but the Pirates did a very nice job of making things tough, especially for those younger guys getting their first crack at it tonight.
Yeah, they did. That's a good football team out there right now for Crookston, and we came out flat again. I didn't even see what happened on that first punt where we ended up back down inside the one, but we're flat. We're not energetic. We're not hustling to our spots. We're not getting things done. Just a really slow start. And then once we did get things going in the second half, we looked like we knew what we were doing.
Absolutely.
So we got to find a way to start quicker. I talked about that earlier as well. We just got to start quicker and have some emotion and fire. Johnny Vetter makes a play. We drop Bowl for a 5-6 yard loss in that first drive. Not one of his teammates went to celebrate with him. They turned around and walked back to the huddle. Sideline was dead. The coaches were jacked up, but nobody else. It wasn't a thing, and it is a thing. When a kid makes a big play, it's a big thing, and this is the most emotional game that there is. And if you're not going to play with that, you're going to have a long season. Right now, we're struggling, and we just need to find that edge and find a little bit of that emotion and more want to. The new guys that came in, I mean, they were figuring things out, and they played well. Levi Lelm had a great game tonight as a sophomore. Gunnar Fleming had a pile of tackles in the first half for sure, starting in his first game as a sophomore too. And there was no reaction. It wasn't a unit out there. It was just people doing things. So we got to find a way to fix that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you could really see that. I mean, right from, like you say, right from the start, it was just flat, and it almost looked like there wasn't a lot of communication. I mean, you mentioned that part of it, the emotional, and a game that's physical. I mean, it's to the point where you should be slapping them on the helmet or, jumping on them a little bit, and you weren't seeing any of that. But like you say, in that second half, it looked like that momentum was starting to shift, and you were starting to see them really start to kick it in. Like you say, some of these guys that came in and gave you that spark.
Yeah, and that's, we just got to find more of it, and we got to find it quicker. So we'll go back to work on Monday and get on the film and try to get ready for the next one. We got to be ready. We don't have a soft schedule. Not anywhere. There's nothing easy along this road.
I was gonna say pretty much. The schedule as you look from the start all the way to the finish, it just kind of keeps getting tougher and tougher for you guys. But what are some other things that you saw? I mean, just as far as the game itself, is there anything in particular that you find and pick away at in a game like this that you try and work on?
Yeah, of course, we will. What I noticed positively tonight, Noah did a great job of getting the ball on target tonight.
Yeah.
He took a heck of a beating here in the second half with a few sacks and whatnot. And Coach Stoa said it perfectly in your post-game wrap-up. He's going to learn some things too. There's a couple times he could have thrown it out the back of the end zone and either saved a sack or saved a couple more hits, whatever, and stopped the clock. But then he's also a sophomore. This is his third game of playing big boy football. So, yeah. But he was pretty accurate tonight. There's a couple throws that were off, and we're not used to seeing that in practice. But it just has to keep working on coming over the top and getting things done there. And he had a nice job tonight. He talked about needing to have a redemption game this week because he didn't think he played well the first 2 weeks, and he's probably pretty good self-evaluator. Tonight was better. 9 of 21 isn't a great percentage. Yardage was good, a couple TDs, but it turned out to be a non-factor at 41 points giving up. But Blake Bigger made some progress defensively on the defensive line at that end spot, another sophomore. So the things that we're talking about, these younger guys having great games tonight and improving, that's good for the future, but we're not playing for the future. We're playing for now, and we just need a bunch of kids to really rally around one another. And we've done some self-scouting and some self-evaluating as a staff and critiquing each other too, because we owe it to the kids to give them our best, and we're pretty good at getting on each other or pointing out where one of us needs to do more or do less or do it a little differently, whether it's communicating with the kid or getting your message across or the tone or the volume or whatever. But we're just going to come back. We believe in these kids. We trust these kids, and they just got to start playing with that trust in each other.
I find it hard to believe that you're going to find a tougher runner than Bowl that you faced here tonight, because that is – boy, he is tough to take down, regardless of how low you stay, regardless of how fundamental you are. It just seems with that athleticism and that kind of that wrestling mentality too of his moves with his body is just amazing.
Yeah, and him being who he is and the player he is, we had him we should have had him stop many
Yeah,
times
exactly.
with a one-man tackle.
Yeah.
But we didn't have enough pursuit. We had him in the backfield several times. We had him at the line of scrimmage several times as well. But I mean, he grinds it out into 200-plus yards, and and just we're not swarming to the ball. We're not rallying. It's not a gang tackling thing. It's one guy trying to make a play, and that's not how this game works.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you say, just that energy is the huge factor, the mentality of it, and just getting out there and being energized from the start of the game all the way to the finish, but especially in the beginning, because you can see how much momentum can go the other way within the first 2 quarters of play.
Yeah, and there are so many different swings. There's going to be 4 or 5, maybe 8 emotional swings of that momentum and stuff, and some people don't think there's momentum. Well, that's a load of crap, because momentum is huge.
Yeah.
And so is that emotional aspect, and we'll keep working at it. We'll try to find it, and hopefully it shows up soon.
Absolutely. You got another tough one next week, midway through the season here with West Central area, Ashby. That's going to be coming up, and I know that's you speak about emotion. I mean, that's a crew that's going through a very emotional spot right now, which in any position, it's a tough thing, but it's also something that can bring a team together with the loss of one of your teammates, and to the point where it's just it's tough to see a community and communities go through something like that. But I mean, that's going to make it even tougher coming against these guys, because I feel like that's going to solidify a team even more.
Well, they've had so many tragedies over the last 5 years with losing so many young people and really good people in that community and in that school district. One of the things that things like that do, and then you've got the boy from Brainerd who had the brain bleed in the Moorhead game, and then there's a boy from Bloomington Jefferson who's paralyzed. I didn't know it until last night, but there's a North Dakota boy at Divide County that had a cardiac arrest last week in the game as well. And those things, those tragedies, especially the one in West Central, it gives you, and it really should give you a much better perspective as to what's really important. We lost a football game tonight. Big deal. We didn't lose a teammate. We didn't lose a life. But in the same vein, you also need to keep striving forward and keep trying to get better and find a way to get better. And but the big thing is putting things in perspective, and it's a shame that these things that happen, these tragedies, force you to do that. But we lose sight of that once in a while, and I think that was the case with me a week ago, going into the Osakis and that whole rigmarole. And got a note on my desk now, perspective. Every day I walk in on my desk, first thing I see is perspective, and that just grounds me and gets me back to, okay, what's important here while I'm teaching, and how are we going to get better as a football team, as a coach.
Sounds good. Very well put. Appreciate the time here, Coach, and good luck to you guys here on the road next week and the next couple weeks on the road, and we'll catch you again when you're back at home and in a few weeks here in Hawley. So.
All right, sounds good. Thanks a lot, Philco.
Thank you. That's head coach of the Hawley Nuggets, Peter Nats, joining us here after the loss on Friday night. 41-18 to the Crookston Pirates. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll name our energy player of the game along with precision players of the game here tonight in the victory for the Crookston Pirates on yourliveevent.com.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on the students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personal learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students, not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck to the Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
You may read articles that attempt to predict market conditions and returns, but these are impossible to predict. At Bighorn Financial Services, we work hard to educate our clients during the retirement planning process while providing you with a customized strategy that aims to suit your needs. We work hard to give you the confidence you need as you look to the future. Now is a great time to review your accounts, and we'd love to help you along the way. Call me, Kurt Fillion at Bighorn, to set up an appointment. 218-444-8894. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back to our post-game show here tonight, and the victory for the Crookston Pirates, 41-18 over the Hawley Nuggets here tonight. naming our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, bringing some energy right from the start, continuing that energy throughout the night. As you can probably imagine who this is going to be going to in the victory for the Crookston Pirates. 25 carries to lead the way on the offensive side for them. Had 207 of their 349 yards of offense, all on the ground for Mr. Ethan Bull. Had 3 touchdowns here tonight, a 15-yarder, a 49-yarder, and a 10-yarder for the Pirates in their victory this evening. He is our Enbridge Energy Player of the Night, and the victory for Crookston 41-18 over Hawley here tonight, and that also gave the Pirates their first victory of the 2022 season. So congratulations to Ethan Bull, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Night here tonight on yourliveevent.com. Also, part of our post-game report is the RDK Enterprises Precision Player, bringing some precision, doing things in maybe a way we've been working on and getting a little more precise. We talked about it with Coach Nats, and I know Nathan Stoa talked about this a lot during the broadcast as well. Despite the loss, some of the good things that you see, especially on the offensive side, from a sophomore quarterback going 9 for 21 with 2 touchdowns, 181 yards in the air, having some very good precision when it comes to that and getting those passes, the majority of those, right on the marks of where they need to be. Credit the defense of Hawley in the backfield where they were able to come up with some decent stops back there, some big-time stops, including in the end zone a couple of times, but just well put, very nicely placed footballs right into the receivers, close to their hands or in the hands here throughout the night. The sophomore Noah Nelson just doing a nice job of getting more precise with those passes and being confident, especially with the pressure that he was getting put on by that Crookston defense here tonight too. Came up with some very nice passes. He is our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game here tonight in the loss for the Nuggets. 41-18 is the final score. You can listen back on the broadcast here if you want to catch the stats and information once again that we went through in our post-game report. You can check that out again on the replay here on the Your Live Event YouTube page. So just subscribe to that, and you can catch all kinds of different area high school athletic events that you can tune into and catch the replays of these Hawley Nugget games as well, football, volleyball, and the winter sports as well when we get into that point as well. That'll wrap things up for our post-game report here tonight. Thank you for tuning into our coverage. A special thanks to the staff and also Mark Forseth with Halstead Telephone Company getting things. We had some issues in that first week, as you did not see because the game did not air, but some behind the scenes with some of the Wi-Fi and issues, but we got that taken care of. Looks like things are nice and strong here in the press box, so we appreciate their efforts over the last couple weeks to make sure we were on the air and ready to rock and roll here tonight in Hawley for this action. Also, thanks to Nathan Stoa, my color analyst here for tonight's game and throughout the season. Brings a lot of great information, a lot of good feedback, and just some different views of what I can't catch during the game. So I appreciate that in our conversation throughout the broadcast with Nathan Stoa, and I wish his cross-country team the best of luck throughout the rest of the season as well, as he is head cross-country coach here during the fall. So putting in a lot of time and volunteering his efforts here with our Your Live Event as well with the broadcasts. Also, thanks to our videographer here too, an 8th grader from Hawley High School, Ben Grunke. He is part of the cross-country team, but does a nice job of getting things done with the videography here tonight too. So appreciate him, part of our crew tonight. And to you, the listener, for tuning into our coverage, and especially our sponsors that make the broadcast possible. Without the fine advertisers you've seen and heard during this broadcast, you wouldn't be able to watch, view, and hear the broadcast that you do for free online with yourliveevent.com. So we ask that you patronize them. At the very least, tell them thank you for making Your Live Event live streaming of Hawley Athletics possible for all their home games. My name is Kurt Fillion, wishing you a great, safe, and exciting weekend. Hopefully it's exciting. Hopefully you got something good planned, because the weather is looking pretty good for this weekend as well. Final score, as you see on the screen, Crookston defeats Hawley, gets their first win of the year to improve to 1-2, dropping Hawley to 1-2, 41-18. Signing off from Dale Scholarwood Athletic Complex, I'm Kurt Fillion. Have a great night and a great weekend, everyone.